I am gonna fine you though for cursing. As a big decall for me, but there it is.
That's the way it goes.
Excuse me. Let's get our bracket here. Oh, whoops.
1, 2. The zeroed moves on to the next bracket. Here we go. Against Venruki.
But we're going to keep on moving here.
Oh, boy.
Next one going to be Hotform versus Healingstat.
All right,
we're actually going to see another rogue instantly, and it's going to be against the first priest that we're going to be watching in our dueling tournament.
I'm very curious to know how this priest is going to do.
Well, it's also Healingstat, right? He's the host in the Arena World Championship. He also is somebody who's been up on the BlizzCon stage before.
Absolutely.
on his druid. He was healing and second place against one of the longest reigning teams that just back-to-back BlizzCon victories. He's a very good player.
He's good. And let's see, who's he going up against?
Hotform.
On
the rogue.
Okay, all right. So we'll see if Hotform is going to be able to. I don't know. I mean, guys, what do you guys think? Priest versus rogue. What do you think? I'm personally, I feel like this is going to favor the rogue.
There are different ways that you can spec. I actually talked to Savix a bunch about this a whole bunch back when it was the level 30 meta. Yeah. And he was actually talking about like some of the different ways that he saw people spec. And one of the guys who was actually specking different was Peo, right? Like Peo at the time was going for some different things to actually tech against melee.
Yeah.
But when you are looking at the rogue, they can go for a lot of different things that can just tear apart a Clothy.
Oh, absolutely. And also, I believe like his inner fire stacks are probably going to run out because this is so long ago, I hardly remember, but I believe you can't refresh inner fire unless you're out of combat. So this is going to make things extremely interesting right here. And also, that puts Peo against Drakova in the losers bracket too, which is going to make things very, very interesting right there too.
And on top of that, I think this is going to be one of the big matchups when we actually do see Hotform versus Healingstat.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be able to talk to these guys, and we're going to start to figure out some of the things in the meta. I definitely do want to take an opportunity when we have a chance to talk to Healingstat and actually get his kind of idea of the field of play. We talked to Venruki before, and Venruki really did tell us how he's going to be looking for resets on the mage. Right. I want to hear what a priest likes to do, because when we were in the 30 meta, priest and druid were two of those specs where it's like, hey, you run and you rot. You create that space the best way possible. I mean, even when we were dueling against each other in that meta, right?
Yeah,
like
I know.
So I was playing druid, and I would just try to create that space. I would try to root you. I would just get you dotted up, and I would just run away and travel form with a couple of hots on myself. And over time, you would lose. And we're not going to necessarily see druids this time around, but priests are the other class that do that specialization or that play style very well. They're going to be able to rely on their big mana tanks, and they're just going to put up a couple of those dots. They're going to run away, and they're going to keep themselves healthy.
I think that's basically what's going to happen. I mean, like, you're going to see probably like maybe one reset or so, but I think priest versus rogue is going to be a pretty expedient match. And how are we doing on the match? That's fun.
Pretty good. One thing I want to establish here, just so people know, from now on, this is going to be the tournament or the duel range. It's the back of this tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's the back of this tower, all the way to the end of that guy over there, that broken half tower over there. So that is the duel range, and we're gonna
tower to tower.
Yeah, tower to tower basically, and we're gonna start the duels right here.
Okay.
Right in the middle. That is the duel range, because I think there's some issues with duel range and stuff there, and I mean obviously snipers and stuff, like, we can't really control that, but one thing we can control is making sure people are staying in duel range. And I think other than kind of judging it, eyeballing it, and saying this is our duel range, everybody knows that's the best way to do it.
Sounds great. All right, we're ready whenever you are.
Yeah. So Hotform and Healingstat, if you guys can come here.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a little bit fluky, but it should be working right now. Yeah, the first thing I see in chat when I refresh the chat is you degenerate incels. Hi, nice to see you. Yeah, that's us. Smiley face.
We're ready. Okay.
All right, I'm excited to see what Healingstat can do.
This is going to be really.
There are two priests that I've really been paying attention to, like, throughout the beta and watching a lot. And it's been Healingstat and it's been Kala. Like, these are two of the guys that have been playing a lot of priest, and we've seen just what they can do. I think priest is one of the classes that I look at and I go, I expect it to be really good when it actually does get to 60, but I don't really expect it that much from it at 40. And this is going to be the real test here when we can see what it can do. Be careful, that's our bracket. If we don't have that,
I don't want to destroy the stone wall behind us. I mean, that would be absolutely terrible for it to be destroyed by
very trusty shield there.
Yeah, I mean, the Crest of Warder obviously. Didn't do a very good job of protecting it though, so maybe it's not as hard as
we're starting.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's get this started.
20 yards.
What does How's Mad mean? H-O-E. How's Mad?
How's Mad?
Yeah, H-O-E.
It's about how mad are you?
Oh, how's mad? Okay.
How's mad are you?
I'm learning so much from chat.
Okay, let's do it.
Learned a bunch from chat. Now it's time to learn a bunch from Healingstat. What are we actually going to see from a priest in this tournament? How will he fare against the rogue? Instantly, he's going to make sure that he is set up with that bubble. He's going to have the maximum amount of protection that he can to fight against the opener from the rogue. Will we actually see Hotform have that beautiful opener and be able to take down Healingstat instantly? And we can actually look at some of these POVs right now, and now everything's gonna be
sitting right there. He's just waiting for that rogue to pop up. He's got his shield on, he's got his inner fire on, he's got all of his buffs, and he is ready to go, waiting for that rogue to pop off on him. And let's see how this is going to go. The rogue opens up with a sap. He's waiting to get back into sheep, and then he saps him again. What's going on here? I'm a little bit confused, but we'll see what happened. Oh, he's waiting for his energy to regen, and here we go. He goes back into stealth, and he opens up with Garrod, Hemorrhage, and then he's got crippling poison on him. He immediately fears. Healingstat tries to fear. He trinkets out of the fear, and then immediately stuns him with a blackout proc into a grenade. Healingstat, mind controls him to reset the match.
Oh my goodness. And look at how tanky Healingstat is as well. Like, Healingstat was so tanky. He just took that opener on the chin and was totally fine with it. Now he's going to be able to reset the matchup. Will we see Hotform be able to find stealth again? And what we basically, I don't think we are going to see it. Combat is going to be dropped.
You don't get Cloak of Shadows until Burning Crusade.
He's right at max range.
This is not good at all. Hotform is going towards him right here. Let's see if it's going to happen. Healingstat is making some damage. Hotform immediately goes for the blind. He's waiting for Devouring Blade to come off. He's obviously deciding, okay, is it going to be enough time or not? Obviously, it's not. He's going to try and wait for one tick and then go back into stealth and go for a sap and then go for I don't know about this. This is going to be interrupted right there.
He's taking his time.
Into a drink.
He's taking his time. He might actually just be waiting for Cloak of Shadows to actually come out. Now he's finally going to get the opener, but Adrian's going to retaliate with the fear, and there's the Whelpling as well. It's going to be moving in. How much will he be able to do?
You cannot get rid of Whelpling, but you can kill it. It's already dead, and then he's moving all the way over to Healingstat right now. Healingstat is at half mana. Healingstat is running away, making distance on him with the dots up, and then Hotform tries to run away, and then Healingstat hits him with the grenade as he goes away. Healingstat doing as much damage as possible. Hotform at 20% health. Healingstat has complete control over this match. Hotform is running out for some sort of a stealth, some sort of a reset, something right here.
Against the wall.
And he's immediately going in there. He tried to shadow meld into a drink. Obviously, the damage is going to break the shadow meld. Healingstat knew that was going to happen. He waited, and then he reapplied Shadow Word Pain, and he stunned him with a blackout proc. This is not looking good for Hotform at all.
This is when you put the gotchis in the chat, because Adrian is just having the beefiest amount of damage right now. And look how much mana he still has. He still has 1,000 mana.
He's going for the wand. He's going for the wand.
Easy win for Adrian.
There it is, boys.
I do also want to just know he had so much. This is when you actually do expect the priest to be playing for that attrition.
What a play!
But he's
what a play! What a play with that mind control! Absolutely fucking incredible. That was something that we was absolutely not expecting. I thought the rogue was going to win 100%. Adrian turns around, Healingstat turns around, and just completely dominates that match. And that's again somebody that knows their class at a fundamental level.
Somebody who understands the game at a fundamental level. Like I've had the pleasure of playing with Healingstat in so many different versions of the game, and he's the type of player. I remember I was actually running Mythic Plus with him, and he just rolled a mage, and I watched him just shatter combo stuff in these incredible ways. And I was like, wait, you've been playing mage for an hour.
He's good at the game.
He's just good,
and that's something that we say that everybody in this tournament is good at the game, right? Yeah. It's not like I'm competing or something, but the fact is that some people really have certain opportunities to show that off. And I think that previous match that we just saw was absolutely Healingstat showing what he can do with his class. So we have one win for Healingstat. If he gets another one, he goes into the next round.
I also do want to just bring up something that, we obviously put this bracket together on the spot.
Yeah.
How did it end up that we have a Canadian in every single round thus far?
Just a big mistake.
It's just Canada versus the world right now.
I guess so.
Will Canada be able to win?
Well, as far as I know, I don't think Canada's ever lost a war. We'll see what happens.
Canada always coming out on top.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and start.
Okay, we're starting game number 2 of this best of 3 series. If Healingstat's able to look as dominant as he did in the first game, he is going to march on forward, and he was able to just shut down pretty much all of the damage that Hotform was even able to put out in the opener. And now, Hotform is one of those players that also has been just so focused on everything.
He opens up with a cheap shot instead of a Garrote, and then immediately Healingstat fears him out of that, resetting basically the entire opener. And I think that we're getting a little bit of deja vu. Healingstat at max range, and then he's trying to get away here. Hotform doesn't know if he should try to reset or not, and Healingstat has got the dots on him. Hotform is slowly ticking down. He gets the Devouring Plague, and then he just barely, I don't think he got that stealth damage off or not. And here we go.
Dude, Adrian is just looking nasty right now. He is looking nasty. Now we're going to watch a short video of Peo.
And so the thing is here is that sometimes not only do we have stream snipers, but we also have clip snipers. So, that's the way that it goes. But obviously getting back right here into the match, and obviously we didn't miss much because we already saw it before in the first game. Hotform is running out into max range to hopefully reset. Shadow Word Pain already has, 10 seconds left on it. There's no way he's going to be able to reset before he is dangerously low on health. Healingstat, however, is very dangerously low on mana, so this is going to be very curious. But he did reapply Shadow Word Pain, and I think that we might see a Devouring Plague come up pretty soon here, and that could be the end of the match.
We also saw a Wand close it last time, and this is Adrian. This is what we call absolutely calculated. This is a really nice attempt, though, here for Hotform to actually be able to reset, and we're going to be able to see the sap come out as well. So Hotform definitely going to be towing the line here, but what we see Healingstat do, the reason he is so low on mana, he's able to calculate the fact that he puts out so much pressure that he can potentially get this quick kill against the rogue and just shut down all of the things that he does have at his disposal, play to the advantage of not having any of these big resets. Now Hotform, he's able to get a little bit of a heal, but a big resist going to come in. He's still into that invisibility, though. He is still stealth, so he still will have that opener. That is big for Hotform. He's going to be able to get that sap onto Healingstat, but look at what Healingstat was able to get. He was able to get more mana than Hotform was able to get health. He's going to get right out with that fear. Now the shield's going to be up. Healingstat should be able to close it out here.
Oh man, that's what you like to call RNG, and sometimes that's
what I like to call some thick wand damage, and we're going to be able to see Adrian close.
That's the way it goes. I mean, honestly, that is something completely not expected. I thought this was going to be a complete opposite, but we had a total reversal. An amazing play by obviously Healingstat, and also let's get some hearts in a chat for Hotform. He did an amazing job there, tried his best, tried to reset, and he did everything that he could. And sometimes it just doesn't work out.
And so I actually, if possible, as fun, I would love to hear from Healingstat as well, and actually hear what his take is on the meta, what he thinks priests are going to be able to do, and if he expected to come out on top of that matchup, because he will be moving forward. And no matter what happens, Esfon, definitely ask him what he thinks about the warrior matchup, because he will be actually going against a warrior no matter what, because Sony versus Naxxo are going to be going head-to-head in that next round. We're going to have a mirror matchup to start things off.
So it looks like Healingstat's going to be going in the semifinals.
Wow, that's crazy. There we go. And also on top of that, we are going to see the fact that Hotform is not out of it yet. We are doing a double elim tournament, so he is going to drop here.
And also, can we get a huge shout out, by the way, again, more hearts in the chat for S-Fund. We got that match set up. We got all 3 of those games done. Bing, bang, boom. Thank you so much, S-Fund. Amazing fucking job.
His vanilla brain is evolving.
That's right.
Yeah, of course. And, of course, another amazing job that I'm about to do is interview Mr. Healingstat here. Oh, he's running around. I lost him. Healingstat, can you come back? Oh, we lost him for a second. I don't know how that happened. So Mr. Healingstat, what was you... Where are you at? Did I lose you?
I'm here. Hello.
Oh, there you are. Oh, okay, there you are. I didn't know. It's so weird. It's almost like I can only see in one direction. Yeah. So, Healingstat, how did you feel about that matchup, Priest versus Rogue?
So actually in the level 30 duel tournament, I was defeated by Peo, who was playing Rogue, of course. And so I was really scared.
Sorry, they can't hear you. Can you get a little closer to the mic, a little bit to your left, please?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Over here? Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, good. Yeah, sorry. Like as an undead, my throat is a bit coarse, so that's why I talk a little bit low. But the rogue versus priest matchup was a little bit tough for me, so that's why I actually built my entire build around this one matchup. So I'm a little bit concerned going forward because I'm not set up, for example, against mages or shamans later on. But against rogue, I felt pretty confident, and it was pretty one-sided, I think.
So you went with the strategy of put all your eggs in one basket early on, and then whatever happens later down the road.
Yeah, I'm kind of winging it.
Okay, we're getting ambushed here, so we better get moving. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Asmongold.
Oh, hey. So I think one of the big things is
Sorry, to pay the people to rig the tournament.
Oh, okay. Like Adrian is winging it, so are we. So we definitely do vibe with that in a very big way. And I think that we are going to potentially see him be able to take down this next matchup as well that he does play against whichever warrior is able to come out on top.
Warrior versus warrior?
W Omega Lol year.
Hey.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to ask you the big question right now. Who do you think actually is going to be favored in this matchup? Because everybody knows about Sony.
Let's talk about this, right? Okay, so Sony, obviously, the main thing that he has to watch out for is making sure Nazca cannot use a Shadow Meld charge into the beginning of the match, because obviously that's going to give him a huge advantage leading into it. If Sony is able to watch out for that and avoid that, which I think that he is. Again, he's a very, very high-level player. He's going to know this. He's going to expect this, etc. And if that does happen, obviously Nazca is going to have a huge advantage. But I do think that maybe with War Stomp too, because how long is War Stomp stun in Classic WoW? Because they've changed it a number of times, but I feel like he's obviously going to be able to, and we could even maybe see some Tauren melee range kiting here.
So I think
we could see something crazy like that. I'm really curious to see how this is going to turn out.
The really fun thing about this matchup is this is like the first alliance versus horde matchup, right? Like this is probably in a big way coming down to not only skill is going to be a big factor, but we're going to see the different racials going head to head.
Yes.
And that was something where, even in the previous duel tournament, you talk about the differences of a Tauren druid, for example, when you were watching Soda Pop, and because of that War Stomp, he was able to get that heal off. He was able to get a heal off. You can stun, you can create space against a melee class, right? Yeah. And that's something that's more difficult to do if you don't have something like Nature's Grasp. When we watch this warrior versus warrior matchup, we have different things at play, and it's very important to keep that in mind. But when you look at Sony, regardless of what he's going to be playing on, and it's always kind of been the Tauren, he has so much experience in PvP situations. Naxxo is somebody who's really come up in a big way on the beta. Is he going to be able to step up now here
step up and beat the guild master, high warlord?
He's the war chief of the horde.
War chief of the horde. That's what I saw in a YouTube thumbnail. And then on top of that, multi-rank 1 gladiator. I mean, what do you guys think in chat? Nazca or Sony? Let us fucking know.
Sony also the number 1 RPer in the beta as well. He's done literally
everything. That's true, actually.
He's done literally everything. I think I'm the only one. I think I'm like second best RPer.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know why they're starting.
If they're starting,
we kill Karen. Horde killed Karen. Just kill Karen as soon as you see Karen.
Oh, okay. Well, then great. We had somebody.
Okay. Yeah. We'll restart that and.
We had a.
So also real quick, there's something we need to talk about. I need to mute. We need to talk about real quick.
Oh, we have to mute when we talk about it.
Yeah.
Guys.
Now.
Yeah, probably.
Group conversation really quick at the green screen. You guys won't be able to hear us, but you'll be able to see us. Guys, we're going to go talk at the green screen really quick.
Mic's on?
Mic's on.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, we just had to figure a couple of things out, but now we're actually now we're probably going to be able to do a couple of things just a little bit better. So apologize for the inconvenience here, but we'll figure it out. Okay, here we go.
Very good conversation.
So it is Sony and Naxxo right now?
Yep.
Yes. I think the saying right now as to what just happened is, who's mad? Who I can't.
People in chat.
Yeah,
mad.
it's a French word actually because we have so many French Canadians in the tournament. Who's mad?
I see. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now
Yes.
I'm learning French. Wow.
It's why I didn't understand it
I feel
at
so
first.
much more sophisticated now.
Yeah.
This is. Ooh, all right. Here we go. Look at this. Oh,
Okay.
great minds think alike.
We're going to get started right here.
All right. Let's
Okay.
do it.
Where is Naxxo? You can go ahead and get closer. I mean, you guys are really far apart. You guys don't need to be so far apart.
Oh, apparently Joe's mad as well. But let's see who is mad in this one. We
you
got
know what?
two
Actually,
warriors, master
you know what?
of rage.
Hold on. Wait. Why do they keep starting? What? Like?
Premature.
Oh, they both keep. Let it roll. Whatever. Let it roll.
Let it roll. We're letting it
Duel.
rock. Okay, this is the first time I've ever
All right, let's
seen
go.
Naxxo
Let it go.
gotten to
Okay,
play
so
with this
then
guy
obviously-
so many different times on the beta. Let's see what he's able to do against Sony, who's already established himself as one of the most dominant warriors in the game. The war chief of the Horde is going to be tearing into Naxxo. We've seen him so many times in World PvP come out on top. He's going to be taking damage as well. This is an absolute Zugfest, Asmon, face to face.
Oh my God, Nazca. Oh, he got it. Wait, how did he get healed from that? I'm a little bit confused here. And then he immediately goes back in for the charge, and Nazca might still die here. This could be anybody's game. I think Sony's going to die right there by the whirlwind at max range. How did Nazca heal?
Potted is what chat's saying. We're going to get 100%
How did
confirmation
Naxxo
on
heal?
that. I think Nax is actually checking his logs right now to make sure everything is absolutely
Can you
kosher.
show the logs? I'm a little bit confused here.
Somebody healed him. Just rest Sony, and we're gonna go again. Somebody healed him.
We're going to go again.
Go again, boys.
Go again. But we already
Kill
see
whoever
that
healed him.
Yeah, whoever healed him. Is,
Death to the healer.
Get the one in the dress.
Yep.
Dude, wait, his camera's so cool. Look at that.
Yeah, it reminds me of the one that I had back in 2010.
Dude, Naxxo's got the
Okay, let's go.
the production, dude.
Yeah, look at that thing going on behind him. That's crazy. Okay.
He's got a
All right,
window
well-
too.
All right. Now at least we'll have it actually happen at the exact same time, right? It's not going to be under their clown behavior, and hopefully they'll know to start at the right time. But honestly, like before that potion went off, I'm not sure what that was. It looked like that was basically Sony's game.
So
I mean,
Sony was shredding.
So
was-
we're gonna go again. Everybody get ready.
No survivors. Naxxo, see that? He's basically, even though he wasn't able to beat Sony on that round, he was. Wait, never mind. Yeah, he was. Okay, that was completely wrong. Forgot about that. He's practicing killing Torn.
He's practicing killing Torn, also starting off with a little bit of rage, which is
well, no, I don't think that's going to be.
I think both of them did.
If they both did.
So here's what we're doing, because warriors specifically, like the timing on the duel, like somebody's going to get a charge off and the other one isn't. That's why they're starting so far away. So that's just some clarification.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Faces the place.
All right, let's
Warrior
go.
versus Warrior. Sony already showed just how much damage he's able to get out. Naxxo being one of these players that we've played with.
Okay,
Zoom.
they trade charges. They both go into Berserker stance, and Sony gets the intercept off before Naxxo does, and then he immediately summons his dragon. He's
Oh
dropping
my
Sony
goodness.
down, and then Naxxo does a dodge. Sony responds by doing an overpower. Naxxo is already at below half health. Sony is over half health. Sony went for a grenade. It didn't quite go off. Naxxo tries to hit him with the grenade, and Naxxo is going down to 0 health. Sony pulls out ahead. That was not even close.
Big
The war chief
beefy
of the
Torn.
Horde. Vengeful Gladiator. I don't even know how many fucking rank 1 Gladiator titles Sony's had. High Warlord Sony comes out ahead. First round.
There's a reason people are excited to see him back in World
Absolutely.
of Warcraft, right? It's been one of
We
those
all
things where for a while, retail didn't give Sony what he wanted.
So he had to go to Fortnite.
He had to go to Fortnite. But okay. Also, keep in mind how good of a just hype him up for a little bit. How good of a gamer he is. Before that, what was that game?
He won the $100,000 Realm Royale tournament. Right, Sony is basically the king of playing dead games. Right, he was playing WoW,
and now he's back in our dead game.
Played WoW, game died. Right, and then he went. He's like, okay, I'm going to play Realm Royale. That sounds great. He became one of the greatest players in Realm Royale. Absolutely amazing. Won, I believe, $100,000 tournament.
He's the most winningest Realm Royale player of all time because there was only one tournament.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's one of those things though where in all seriousness, obviously we can make dead game memes. We do it all the time. I mean,
Sony's an incredible player, and
you could put him in any game and he's going to be a good player, right?
Absolutely.
And it's actually funny. Realm Royale is actually one of those games where a few WoW players went over. For a while as well, we actually saw Snuts play Realm Royale, and he was really accomplished as well in that game. So we saw quite a few WoW players checking it out, and now you can see Sony showing us just how big it really is. Oh, nice, happy, brother! And he's also, isn't he teammates with Faker now?
Who knows?
Yeah, he's like he randomly. I think he said it on Allcraft. He's actually teammates with Faker.
What?
Didn't he get picked up by SKT?
Maybe.
I think that's the org that he's actually on. Yeah, so this is a guy that has been competing for a long time. I used to work at MLG, and one of the reasons I wanted to work at MLG is because I used to watch people like Sony compete at MLG back in the day, and he was not that jacked back then. He actually looked like us back then, and he's improved a lot.
Absolutely.
We're still right here.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Sony's been competing ever since he was like 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, I think
he was very young. He's one of the youngest competitors in the game. So obviously right now they're just going ahead to get Rage, and they're both going to have Battle Shout, and then they're going to begin Duel. And we'll see if Naxxo is going to be able to tie it up here, or if Sony's going to come away with the win and move on to the next round.
Keep in mind the pressure that's on Naxxo right now as well.
Because everything is against him, right? I mean, obviously, he's already lost one match. He is not the favored one out of this. And Sony is an incredible player with a huge reputation. Naxxo is a beta player. And is he going to be able to come back?
Is he going to be a rising star, right? Because Naxxo is like, if you played beta, there's some legends on the beta that
you probably dueled Naxxo.
You've probably dueled Naxxo if you were somebody who dueled a lot. Like, think about the people who've really popped up. Like, Eric is the king. Like, Eric is literally a living god. Like, there are so many people that have really found their name in the beta, and we wanted to have some of them in this tournament. Nox is definitely going to be one of them, and the question is, when Classic actually comes out, who else is going to rise to the top? And Nox is kind of that champion coming forward right now, representing all of the players who are trying to evolve from Spurg to Neckbeard and really take down some of these titles early on. But to do that, you got to beat the best, and right now that's Sony.
Okay, let's see how it's going to go. Looks like they're in position. We're getting ready to do the duel, and let's see what's going to happen here. Here we go.
We're going to get that countdown from S-Fan in just a second here.
2, 1.
I don't know why I said 2. Okay, here we go. And they're both running towards each other. They immediately trade charges just as usual. And then they're basically right now, let's see what's going to happen. Then immediately Sony hits him with the, oh my God, with the stun into the grenade and into the improved hamstring. Sony is moving in and out of melee range. Naxxo does a dodge. That's not good for him. Sony goes back into battle stance. Oh my God. And then Naxxo is still taking so much damage. He's doing everything that he can. Sony is running away. Naxxo might try to go for an intercept, but it's not really going to happen. Naxxo going down with Sony at half health. Sony got pretty lucky there with those dodges, but that's what happens whenever you fight against the Night Elf that has a higher chance to dodge. That's the way it goes.
100% USDA beef. We're going to see the torrent.
Congratulations, Sony. Nice fucking job.
All pump, no dump.
A warrior actually won.
Yeah, this is potentially the only time that we do see it, but rigged. Warrior wins.
Hey, there we go. Okay, and that's our losers bracket. We'll move it back over to the main bracket.
Healingstat versus
apparently,
Sony.
Hold on. Apparently, there was the usage of an Arena Grandmaster trinket.
By who?
We're gonna have to check. We're gonna have to check that out if we can get confirmation.
Because we did ban AGM.
We did absolutely ban AGM. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we banned AGM, then we'll obviously go back and we'll redo the duel. I mean, if we had a bad boy. I mean, obviously, these tournament rules are very specific. And again, guys, I don't want to have any negativity towards any of the competitors here, because obviously this is a huge laundry list of rules and clarifications that they need to know. And it's obviously, they're not going to be cheating here because everybody is watching them. There's no reason that's going to happen.
It's not like anything's done on purpose. It's just confusion on the rules.
Yeah, of course.
For sure.
It wasn't on purpose.
And also, the rules went out. Some of the players only saw the rules today.
We could have done a better job getting the rules and everything out earlier.
We were busy in Naxxo grinding mana pearls, and he was getting pets and Mecha Torque and whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
But but if Sony did break the rules, I've heard of a mad cow, but I've never seen a bad cow.
I feel like I'm watching the MDI.
Salute, where you at, brother?
Oh man, okay.
But we'll double check the logs right now. We'll ask Sony.
Right now,
Sony can tell us pretty easy if he did use the AGM or not. If he did, we'll have to play one more game because it is against the rules. But either way, I would like to inspect gear because Sony is hoarding damage.
He's been farming on the beta too. That's another thing that we were talking about earlier with Payo. People that have just been farming, spending so much time on this beta, and that really goes to show here whenever you see people that are going that extra mile and taking that extra step. And with Sony, it's a combination of skill, preparation, and also all of that gear. And so we're going to figure out if this trinket was used. If it was used, we'll just go ahead. We'll do another match. It's not a big deal. It's a warrior match. It'll be over in 30 seconds. And then we'll move on to the next round.
You warriors finish real quick.
By the way, it for confirmation from the people who were saying that he was using AGM, it was just the AB trinket, which we said was okay.
It was which trinket?
AB defilers,
Yeah.
The AB trinket, and we did allow that?
Yeah, we said AB trinket was okay because it was there's different levels and stuff.
Okay, so then it looks like it was a legitimate duel. Okay, well that's very good. Obviously glad that we don't have to redo those. And so let's talk about what we're going to see in the next match. We're going to
Stay safe.
Okay, the champions of Classic versus the champions of Retail clash together in our next match right up here.
Dad versus bad, baby.
All right, man.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's see what Cdew can do now. I think that one of the things that we really did see last time was Cdew won a lot of matchups that I didn't expect him to win last time. StaySafe was actually my prediction coming into this tournament, especially when it was Alliance only. He was my prediction to win. This is somebody who's been grinding the beta in so many different ways. I think the only critique you can have to the level that he did farm the beta is he's also spent a lot of time perfecting his leveling.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is that most of the time that StaySafe, or I don't know about most, but a lot of the time that StaySafe has spent on this beta is perfecting leveling and being prepared for that actual release. That being said, Cdew is preparing and getting his character as geared up as possible, and I think StaySafe is going to be at probably an equal level there. So we're probably not going to see a huge gear differential there anyway.
And you also can't pause in the duels, which is definitely going to be a little bit of a disadvantage to StaySafe. Yeah. We know he's been practicing his pause skills quite a bit, but
learned from the best.
He sure did. I think when we do look at these two players, though, they both are probably going to be pretty much geared to the teeth. And
Let's pull the chat. What do you guys think? Who's going to win? StaySafe or Cdew? I want to see what you guys have to say. And then I'll talk about where I think we're going to go.
Well, apparently Doc cheated. That's what I read in the chat. Wow, it's actually it looks pretty even in the boomer battle. I think Cdew may be coming out on top.
The battle of the boomers.
This is a boomer battle, man.
That's great. Okay, all right. There's StaySafe. As you can see, extremely interested and very excited to get into this match. Very, very excited. Obviously repping not only the Alliance, but also, not only the United States, but the in-game United States, the Alliance.
This is the first America versus America duel.
Is it really?
Oh wait, Naxxo is probably American.
Really? I don't know.
I don't know. This might be the second America versus America duel.
Okay, that's fine. Whenever you're ready, let us know.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, guys, let's do it.
Cdew, the reigning champion of BlizzCon right now, and it's the Shaman. This is what we know him for. Against StaySafe, you know him for those pink ponytails, and you know him for the Warlock. Now, keep in mind, how valuable is Zach actually going to be in this matchup?
Let's find out. Cdew immediately opens up with a Frost Shock. StaySafe tries to hit him with the grenade, misses the grenade. Cdew drops a Tremor Totem. StaySafe immediately tries to fear. It doesn't even matter because of the Tremor Totem. StaySafe heals him up with, oh my God! There it is! Wow! Okay, here we go. Fearing Cdew away, StaySafe fears him into a wall. Okay, that makes things a little bit interesting, and that's, hey, nothing's classic more than that. And then StaySafe is trying to reset as much as possible, maybe get a little bit more mana away. We'll see what's going to happen.
Why does StaySafe look like his girl just broke up with him? What is his face right now?
Because he just got crit for 1,000 by Cdew. What are you thinking? Cdew's running at him. He's coming. He is coming. StaySafe puts Curse of Tongues. He's starting to apply dots. Cdew Frost Jocks to close the distance, dropping the totems, and then Cdew's getting feared away, coming back in, and then we're going to see if this damage is really going to come out here. We've got a fear right there, and it looks like we didn't have a trimmer down for that. Cdew's getting feared away. StaySafe is trying to recover. That's the third fear. It's going to be very, very short. And then we have StaySafe's second pet, the rogues that are able to interfere and attack him during the duel, which allows StaySafe to win because they were interfered with. Whoa, all right. There it is, boys.
Normie's out. But,
here we go.
This is
let's do it again.
Let's go again. You can see how close this really is, though. Like, and one of the things is that's really important to keep in mind is
it's disappointing that one got interrupted. I was actually really curious to see which one was going
So here's the thing I want to keep in mind. Sack is very interesting in this matchup when you're going up against the Shaman. Sack going to be one of the strongest cases that I would actually love for StaySafe to open his bag. I'm curious how many soul shards he actually did bring to this tournament. I'm sure he was farming all night. Probably his bag full of them as well. When you do actually look at this matchup, it's very interesting because Warlocks are going to be pretty reliant on that to draw out the battles. It's one of the things that makes them so tanky. But we also saw a very heads-up play coming in from StaySafe, fully using the utility he has. He starts off with that Fell Puppy. That's going to give him a lot of options to actually interrupt Cdew's explosive opener. Then later, he actually is going to pull out that Blueberry. He's going to get that extra tankiness of the Voidwalker to use as a disposal as well.
Absolutely.
So clarification, some people are talking about CD using a Mythal Dragonling. I don't think, because we talked about that after the fact, and then we didn't go retroactively change the thing. So he just didn't know that you can't use Mythal Dragonling.
Well, he didn't know that we couldn't use it, but technically what the rules do say is all consumables and on use are...
No, not on use. Not on use.
It got interrupted.
Yeah, the duel got interrupted, so it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying.
That's actually good. Right? We had 2 fuck ups in 1 duel.
Okay.
So anyway, we can keep going again.
On the desk. Hey. Good.
Okay.
Let's get back to it.
So, you guys get in range whenever you're ready.
Okay, it's on you.
I never got to use this one when I used to cast over Chuck, but we're gonna have to see if Cdew is gonna be able to do on StaySafe.
Oh, well, at least StaySafe immediately starting off with a better opener there because he was able to use the the grenade and actually hit Cdew there. Cdew is staying on StaySafe right there. Oh my God, that's a big one. Going for the Chain Lightning and the Iron Grenade. Right after that, we see the sack on the Voidwalker. StaySafe is probably going to go for a fear. Cdew sees blood. He's going for it. He's doing as much damage as possible. StaySafe has 300 health, 100 health, and he's dead. Cdew closes it out at half health. And is the explosive potential of an Elemental Shaman. Holy shit. Popping off. Are you afraid? I would be too.
Dude, eat thunder, shit lightning. It's going to be the elemental way of the road.
Dude, did you see his health? His health was like... Whoop!
Went from Sony to the average WoW player. But yeah, the thing to note as well is this has kind of been the play style that Chuck has had throughout all of the beta. In the first tournament, he was playing Enhancement. He was going for those big Wind Furies. This time around,
he was playing... This is the classic WoW equivalent to a Titan Forge.
He's going for Titan Forging in the matchup, right? He's going for these big hits, and he's trying to catch people with just explosive potential. Which classes are going to be able to handle that well? Usually you expect it to be something like a Warlock, but it's going to be tough.
It's got to be something that can reset. It's going to be a mage. I mean, it's got to be a mage because Cdew obviously has a lot of ways to counter a Warlock, right?
Think about how good Cdew actually did look in the last matchup when he did play against people like Venruki.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so this is a guy that obviously nobody was counting out. Mm-hmm. People really did expect him to do well in this tournament. He came in 3rd place in the last tournament. It was the 3 amigos on top. It was Snut in 2nd place. Venruki obviously took first and then Cdew was able to take third. So we know that he has the potential to go very far in this tournament.
Absolutely.
But with the meta change, how is he going to adapt? And we already see the answer is very good.
Pretty well.
Very good. Very good.
I mean, the fact is that honestly, I mean, Cdew's been playing a Shaman for over 10 years. StaySafe probably has been playing Warlock for about as long. But the fact is that Shamans have so many tools to counter Warlocks. Like being able to Tremor Totem, being able to do damage at range.
Purge.
I mean, they have a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that they can do that Warlocks don't have a lot of counters for. So I'm really curious to see if StaySafe is going to be able to augment his strategy and change things up and actually go into this next duel a little bit more prepared and with a different strategy. Or maybe Cdew's just not going to get as lucky as he was in the first duel, and we could see a reversal of fates in that way as well. It really just kind of depends.
Guys, stop asking us to kiss. Please only. That actually sounded like you moved like way too fast.
Okay, no, not like that, dude.
Well, anyways, guys, I think that's the cue for the next duel. So, ready?
All right, here we go.
3, 2, go.
Let's get this
Okay,
started.
here we go.
We've seen Cdew with absolutely explosive starts. You can see StaySafe. He's already in a position here where he's a little bit nervous going up against a BlizzCon champion. But this guy is a classic god. The fear will... Oh, nice play there. He's going to try to get a little bit of dancing going on, but Cdew's going to play around that so well.
Oh my god. I mean, he dropped the Fire Nova Totem there. StaySafe already at only 900 health. He's trying to just make distance with Cdew, but Cdew is just going for the ranged attacks, and it looks like StaySafe might be out of the game here. And then there we go with the Wind Fury proc to finish it off. Cdew takes the win 2-0, and StaySafe goes down into the lower bracket. Holy shit.
Dude, look at Chuck's face, too. He's not even happy. He wants more.
Well, of course.
He literally, like,
I mean,
look at him. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you know, I did the thing.
Can we
Yeah,
get 5 gifted in the chat, bro?
Auto attack.
Easy, bud. Easy, bud. Easy.
I mean, shit, dude, that's not really what I had expected. I thought that the Warlock might have had a little bit of a better chance, but honestly, Cdew just played that so well. And it's, again, guys, I think that some person, I believe I might have read that there was someone said it was a Sapper Charge there. It was not. That was a Fire Nova Totem. It has the same different animation. So everything, as far as I know, was above the board and completely fair in that circumstance. So hats off to Cdew, an amazing player all around. And StaySafe is going to be going down into the lower bracket.
Well, let's actually, let's send our beautiful, luscious-haired sideline reporter down onto the battlefield to talk to the reigning BlizzCon champion, Cdad.
All right, Mr. Dew, nice to meet you.
What's up, bro?
How's it going? That was obviously a very good performance. How did you feel about the matchup versus a Warlock?
I wasn't really sure if it was good or bad. I really haven't dueled Warlocks that often. I think I dueled Snuts once a while ago and he beat me, but it was like the first time I played Ellie. So I've kind of learned some stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it was pretty good.
He's cold as ice. Ice in his veins.
You're looking pretty icy there, but I think you're doing all right. I think so how'd you feel about the usage of Earth Shock? You've got Tremor Totem, Grounding Totem. You have quite a few different tools to use against the Warlock. Did you feel like you had an advantage there after the fact?
Yeah, I feel like if I get feared, it's probably my fault.
Over here. Turn around. Thank you. Nope. Okay. Well, you look a little bit scatterbrained right now. So I think I'm gonna let you go, boy. Chuck. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later.
GG's, thanks.
Hey, even when you're coming off a victory, sometimes you get a little bit sheepish, you know, when you're looking at those luscious.
He's worn out. That's why it was like this, dude. It's
take
like
a
taking
quick
rest,
nap.
Get ready for the next round.
Exactly. You got to preserve that energy. That's what champions do. And Cdew definitely going to do just that. Now let's take a look at what our next matchup is. I saw an exclamation mark bracket in the chat, and that is going to prompt our bracket to show on screen. It's going to be Zico versus Absterge. Okay, we talk about competitors.
Okay.
Zico, I feel like one of the things with Zico that's always been interesting is the fact that he never really made like a huge push into the Arena World Championship, right? Oh. And this is a guy that we always knew could.
But he's gotten rank 1 every single season.
He's a god. He's a god, and getting to see him to compete in more and more of these tournaments, especially in the dueling tournaments, has just been so exciting. Now, Absterge, on the other hand, Zico's actually been breaking down his plays for quite some time. I believe Zico's probably been on the desk now for something like 2 or 3 years. I think it's 2 now, and he's been able to cover so many of the big plays by Absterge. Absterge, of course, being a part of one of the best teams that actually caused a NA versus NA situation for the first time in BlizzCon history.
Would have never expected that.
I mean, it had never happened before at BlizzCon, period, across any game. There's never been an NA versus NA final until we actually did see it happen last year. And I've gotten to play with Absterge quite a bit on the beta. One thing to keep in mind, I'm not sure how good his gear is going to be and how good Jellybeans' gear is going to be, because both of them one night decided to re-roll. And I actually leveled with them and McConnell.
We converted them.
Yeah, we got them over. They were basically like, yo, I'm going over to
They were in the error of their ways.
Absterge was originally competing on his Shaman. So now
he's going as Paladin. So I don't know, a Paladin versus a Mage. We already saw that matchup at the beginning. Zico, again, the legendary Black Wizard. Black Lizard.
Black Lizard, yeah.
Black Lizard, yeah. Yeah, okay.
The lizard's dead.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of plausible deniability, guys. I say all kinds of dumb stuff with verbal dyslexia, okay? It is not what it was. Okay, anyway. The Black Lizard...
You turned me into the red caster here. I got a
same.
All right, as you can see, we're loading on back in. We're gonna have to see what the Black Lizard can do against Absterge, the White Knight, because he is going to be the Paladin here. He is going to be a champion of the light, switching up his class. Originally, he was playing on the Shaman. He's a Paladin.
So,
a match made in heaven.
We are ready to go, it looks like.
All right, let's do it.
The Lizard. I'm actually Zico. I still have your name on the beta. I still have Zico if you do want it. So we are going to be taking a look here now.
Okay, so obviously Absterge starts moving in immediately, and let's see what the old Black Lizard's got in store for us. Obviously a polymorph. I think that we've seen this before, but immediately that was a bad, I don't know about that, man. That was obviously a pretty interesting trade, but that polymorph being able to trade it with Hammer of Justice. I mean, Zico's going to be able to reset right here pretty easy, and he's already used that stun. That means that obviously he's got his blink up for whenever he needs it. He doesn't even need to wait for a stun. And there we go, obviously going for the Repentance. And then Absterge is doing as much damage as possible to Zico. I don't know how this is going to go. Zico's already dropping bombs on Absterge with a resist, not exactly a bomb. But here we go. Let's see what's going to happen.
Zico can just take his time here. I think that's the big thing. And Absterge isn't necessarily trying to increase the tempo of this matchup here.
Bomb.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Zico has complete control right now. Will Absterge be able to change that up?
He's going to have to bubble. He's going to have to bubble. He's already running away. He knows he has to bubble. This is going to be a bubble right here. You know it. He went for the rank 1 Frostbolt. Absterge is at almost 0% health, and that was a very, very close bubble. Zico is moving out into range, and then obviously we had a little bit of interference. Let's just go ahead and restart right now. Let's just restart right now.
Yeah, like if you see those guys, just go ahead and kill them. Like just KOS.
What's the cooldown on bubble?
5 minutes.
Okay. Let's give it 2. Does that sound good? Let's just set up the match and then we'll give it 2. Since he had to use that big cooldown.
Yeah.
I was wondering, it's on your laptop. I was wondering why stream couldn't hear it.
You're so confused.
Greek God X is calling me.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Let me turn that off. Just a second.
Dude, Greek, not here.
It's not Greek. It's just some random person. I don't know why I have Skype even open on my stream. Or on this thing. I don't know why Skype even.
I was like, Callcraft again?
Yeah. No, luckily it's not.
I thought it was Greek. I thought he was gonna run an ad for us.
Yeah. He saw Naxxo watching YouTube videos. He's like,
hey, hello guys.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Why they couldn't hear it? Only me.
I don't know why. I don't know why Skype exists.
Yeah.
I really am curious about that because so it's basically it's even worse than having a virus, because a virus, you at least know it's bad. With Skype, you think that it's good, and it ends up being complete garbage.
I don't know. I think that was actually... We got a lot. I think we're definitely over the threshold. I'm a big fan.
50K viewers and look who shows up.
Yep. I'm a big fan of Greek, by the way. Actually, you know, I'm new to the whole streaming thing, but I actually want to stream like the same game as him when I become a fully grown streamer. I want to be a full-time ad streamer like Greek. Yeah.
Oh,
it's my favorite game. You know, I just want to press the ad button like him, and hopefully one day I'll be able to achieve that. No, definitely.
Okay, so we should be ready to go.
All right, we're going to be jumping into this one. Esfon setting up the duel right now. We already saw the potential that Zico does have here.
He is manaing up.
Take out the headset
Absterge
there.
is...
Fine.
He's good.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, we're good.
There we go. All right. Greek has been dealt with.
Yeah.
No more Greek. But the question is, will there be no more Absterge after this duel is done?
I mean, after that first one, I'm pretty sure that we could maybe see that happen. I mean, we'll see how this is going to go, but it seems pretty obvious that might be the case.
Guys, keep in mind the rules always going to be very important there. You got a long look at those, so you know everything to expect inside of this matchup. As we started off, Zico's going to go for that polymorph. Rep, though, going to be connected onto Zico. Instantly, we're going to see none other than Absterge try to get that auto attack damage out. He's finally going to be caught into the sheep. That's going to buy Zico a nice amount of time. He's just going to get aggressive.
Going in. This is an aggressive Black Wizard. Okay, here we go. Immediately getting them down to half health, hitting him with the proc for the root there. Absterge getting the, what is that? The Blessing of Freedom. I don't know how this is going to go. Absterge has a lot of catching up to do. It looks like he's going to have to bubble right here. And let's see what's going to happen. He goes for the lay on hands immediately. And then Zico just sheeps him right after that, completely denies the lay on hands and uses it as an opportunity to completely reset. That is not good at all.
So lay on hands, it's probably the only time that we're going to see it inside of this matchup. He's going to go ahead and use it. But Zico's basically in a situation where he goes, okay, yeah, sure. I'm going to use my tools to actually, sit back and reset. He's going to get some mana here. But we saw him play so aggressive. Yeah, the fireball's going to be ticking now.
This guy's just popping off right here. Absterge already at almost half health. Now, Absterge still does have bubble, so that is one thing that he still has. But Zico is at full mana. I mean, this is obviously not good for him. Zico immediately blocks out of the repent. This is an aggressive play. This is extremely aggressive. Zico just so much confidence right here. Absterge is at 25 health, and now he's at 0.
And I think one of the really big things to keep in mind as well is the fact that Zico just watched this matchup. And he can also probably assume that Absterge is going to have a little bit less gear. So aggression is 100% going to be the play there. So very heads up by Zico. And if he does take down this entire round, I am very excited to hear from him and basically hear if he learned from that matchup with Venruki.
Well, I think that's probably one thing that he was doing. He's probably watching that very intently to know exactly what Venruki did and then how to do it better. I mean, that's basically all it comes down to. I mean, honestly, like that was a very, very good matchup. Very well played by Zico. And I don't think we've ever seen like Venruki. That's like basically the two opposites there. You have Venruki playing extremely defensively, and then you have defensively, and then Zico just playing extremely offensively.
I actually saw some people in the chat spamming on both sides of it, basically saying like Zico's better than Venruki, Venruki's better than Zico. I think that is a very interesting talking point, right? Because in this tournament, that's once again going to be one of the biggest questions. Yeah. Who is the best mage? As of right now, you got to give it to Venruki after the performance he had at the level 30 meta. Yeah. Is he going to be able to have that again in the level 40 variant? Or is Zico going to be able to come out on top
this time? Zico with that amazing confidence. Like I love seeing someone with that level of aggressive confidence. Like that is just so badass to see. So hopefully we're going to see even more of that from the legendary Black Wizard.
And on top of that, you got to once again mention the fact that these guys, they're Sasuke and Naruto. They're Gon and Killua. They're come on, you're a weeb.
No.
They're Vegeta and Goku.
Okay.
These guys are going back and forth. They're Ash and Brock. Or Ash and Misty. They go back and forth.
Wait.
I'll show you the uncut Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now the thing is they
Yeah.
propel each other forward. They're having these duels back and forth. These cuties are just going back and forth, and they elevate each other. Then they also have the synergy because they play with each other as well. And you actually see these guys playing a whole bunch with Healingstat. Like that's kind of been the trio that's been going on. Healingstat's been healing, and they've been playing that double fire mage setup on live. These guys know each other very well, and that's one of the reasons that they are the two best mages. You need somebody to pull you up. You don't want to be sparring against somebody who will ever get stagnant or pull you down.
Right, exactly. And obviously Zico and Venruki are two of the best mages, and they've just been competing against each other for so long and playing together even for so long that, I mean, obviously, like, their skill level is extremely high, and you can see, like, the amount of confidence that Zico has. I mean, like, I don't know. I really liked watching that match, to be completely honest. I really liked watching it.
I did too, and you can actually see a lot of people in chat really liking it as well.
Hell yeah.
Spamming like IAA and stuff like that in the chat, which I think that means like good matchup.
And you know what?
Yeah,
sure.
Well, guys, I was gonna say, I think what also people would like to hear is I think they would like to hear from Zico himself, actually. So.
Oh, is that we counted the first game?
Did we count the first game?
Oh, my bad. I'm dumb.
Yeah, we have to do one more round.
My bad, I miscounted. You're right.
Esfon just wanted to be on camera.
Yeah.
Esfon, get on camera really quick. Esfon wanted to get on camera. Let's go. Let's take a look at Esfon. Esfon, could you pump it up for us? Could you pump it up for us really quick?
Dude, I look so like. What is wrong with me? I look like I have problems. Like.
Could you pump it up?
Like I'm eating too much and just everything's gone to crap. You want to pump?
Could you pump it up?
You want to pump? There's a pump.
I know why they watch. Wait, all right, so we are going to play one more game. Wait, what? I can hear Zico though right now.
What's up?
Hey,
Zico.
Zico wanted to be here too, apparently. Okay, we're gonna do one more duel, or up to one more.
Okay,
duel.
let's do it.
Whatever. He knows what I meant.
Yeah. He totally does. Yeah. So, what do you think? You know, it's 4th of July, so we wanted to do NA production.
Right.
I think we really delivered on the NA production front.
Actually, yeah. I mean, like, this has been... Not everything has gone wrong. There have been some things that have not gone wrong. Like, cameras haven't gone wrong. Audio hasn't gone wrong. Everything in game has gone wrong. But for the most part, I think that this is actually pretty good.
I think it's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
And one more time, I do want to say that we couldn't have done it without this one. Like, there are so many knobs and shit all over the place.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what any of this stuff does.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys saw this room, this is like basically it's like a training simulator for Navy SEALs for like avoiding tripwires. Mm-hmm. This is insane. Like there's so many different cords and wires and connectors and things like this. It's incredible.
Yeah, like I need to pee, but I actually feel like I'm trapped. I'm like a little bit scared to get out and pee.
That's true. Okay, well, I guess we'll hopefully we'll be able to after this match. Here we go. Let's get it done. Again. All right, so Zico won the first one. Absterge, we'll see what's going to happen. Is he going to be able to come back? All right, let's start it up. Absterge immediately running at Zico, and okay, here we go. Oh, a little bit of delay, right? Okay. Yep, here we go. Absterge coming at Zico, immediately stunning him. Zico trinkets he blinks the stun, and of course he sheeps Absterge, and now he's going to be able to reset. All right, here we go. Here we go.
All right, getting a little peek into those bags there as well. Seeing him getting set up for this engagement with Absterge. Another poly going to try to go out. It is going to connect. Now the Frostbolt. We're going to see Zico try to create a little bit of space. He gets out a very nice Cone of Cold, and you can see that absolutely chunks Absterge. As Absterge tries to close once again, use that freedom, get close, and become an auto-attack bot, and try to get that damage done on Zico. But Zico hasn't even broken a sweat yet.
Yeah, no, he's still at full health. Absterge is trying to do some damage, but he's already below half health. This is obviously a very, very bad position for him to be in. He's going to need to bubble right now. He has to bubble right now. We'll see what's going to happen. Absterge is pretty close, and let's see. Is he going to bubble? I think that we did have a little bit of interference, so it seems pretty obvious that we are going to reset the duel. Does Zico have on... I'm actually glad this happened. Does Zico have on the Death Ray? I'm pretty sure he equipped it.
I mean, he didn't use it.
Yeah, well, make sure that he knows that we ended up making
we
it
did ban the Death Ray.
Yeah, because that was really confusing. I was actually really worried that he'd use it and we'd have to redo the match. So this is actually
completely controlled and calculated. This is just us showing you how the rules actually do work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually out of drink, dude.
Oh, yeah? Probably should. I should have got 2 of those.
Can I siphon a little?
Oh, dude, it's almost over. It's almost out, but I'll give you a little bit. Yeah. I think it probably can fit inside. Go for it.
Thank you. That's what we call a space dock, where I'm from.
They didn't see the other straw because it was green.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's an invisible straw.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Nice.
I just thought of that.
All right, well, thank you for the drink. Now we're going to allow the players to take a drink as well.
Yep.
Get up to full mana, get up to full health.
Big
We'll have a
positive
reset.
there. We didn't really use any big CDs, so they should
Yeah.
be able to get right back into the match and make this this next match here.
Exactly.
Absterge, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I feel like this match is absolutely favoring Zico.
And then actually
let's
taking a
be
look
real.
at losers. Let's say he does go to losers.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like, dude, I honestly think Absterge is in a situation here where he's probably already like a little bit scared. He's going to be going up against StaySafe, and that looks like it's going to be a hard matchup as well. We saw how good StaySafe did work against Cdew.
Yeah.
Cdew had explosive damage, but
Absterge doesn't.
he doesn't. And we're also going to see StaySafe able to create that space and also have that nice protection as well from the sacks that he's going to be able to do. Cdew was able to deal with all that very well. It was a hard matchup for StaySafe, but it only comes down to one duel when we go to the losers bracket. These are all going to be best
one
of
shot, 8 Mile.
So very important to note. And also when we do look right now at our winner side of the bracket, we only have a few rounds left here before we actually do get down
we
to
go
business
into
of
that
our
second
bracket.
round. I'm excited to see that because then we're actually going into the people that have already won matches, and we're going to be going through those real quick.
Exactly.
All right, boys, let's go. We're back in game. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, they're facing each other. Let's get this done.
All right. Getting down to business, the Black Lizard against none other than Sturge.
Okay, here we go. I don't know, man. I really don't know how this Ret Paladin thing is going to work. I mean, I feel like Drakova had a lot better micromanagement of buffs and everything like that. And
also, we know that Absterge really only had a couple of days to get prepared. Like he was playing the Shaman beforehand, moved over very quickly, and we wanted to invite him to see. You know, he switched over to the right faction. We wanted to see what he was going to be able to do, and now he's up against a very tough opponent.
Oh, and then immediately, he goes again. Sheeps him there, and I don't think we really saw a stun there. Okay, and here we go. We're going to be opening up with some Frostbolts, and Zico just starts hitting him with Frostbolts as much as possible. Polymorphs him again, polymorphs out the Blessing of Freedom. He's basically just waiting for that to expire. As soon as that's over, he's obviously going to start combat again, waiting for it to go away. He timed it. He knew how long it was going to take, and he pre-cast it in the middle of the thing going away. He moves away, and then he did waste that Frost number because he got a Frostbite proc, and then Black Lizard immediately just gets right out of that stun, and then he gets hit with a grenade. I don't know about this, man.
He also gets hit by an interferer there. It looks like a little bit unfortunate. You can see the boys
well,
coming in to actually
they're
kill it.
still going.
Yeah,
they're still going. Just keep going.
A little bit of damage did go into Zico, but he's so far ahead, and we can
Zico's
ultimately see him getting that damage into Absterge, trying to close this one out.
And then Absterge tries to go for the quick drink. He saw what Drakova was doing earlier, and he's trying to do the same thing. He did get an auto attack there. That was actually pretty good. Immediately, as soon as he gets out of range, he goes for the what was that? The first aid, but then Zico stops it with a bandage. He's bubbled. He's chasing down Zico. He is all in right now. He is all in. Wait, Zico could actually lose this. We'll see what's going to happen. Zico's down to 14%, 2% health.
Nice block here coming out from Zico. Easy going to have anything to instantly global out and heal himself up because he only needs a couple of hits. He just needs to look at
right down to the
Absterge.
wire.
Look at Absterge.
And then he gets the absorb. He gets the absorb.
Another absorb.
What's Zico doing? I'm not sure. He went for the grenade.
Absterge is like, wait, did I actually win that? Did I actually win that?
Yeah, I'm sure he's just as confused as we are. Okay, since there was a little bit of interference, we can talk to the two competitors.
We're gonna leave that to the ref.
Well, yeah, if either of them feel like the interference did cost them the duel, we will go ahead and redo it. But if they both feel like that was basically how things were going to play out anyway, we will go ahead and count that as a win and then go to the match point after that. And so just give us a couple of minutes. It is obviously a problem, but it will be up to the competitors if we will do a reduel on that or not. Ultimately, it does not matter because we will be going into, actually it does. Wait, yeah, either way, it would be the same thing. Either way, we're going to have to do another duel.
We're going to check in with them right now, and we'll confirm it in just a second here. But I do want to say, mages look pretty damn good.
Mages are very, very good.
Like
the ability for them to reset, I think, is the strongest advantage that they have, and that's something that a lot of other people can't really compete with. Maybe rogues with sap. Sap is also extremely strong. So I think both of those coming together is really going to be efficient, and it's going to help those classes be able to prolong duels.
Yeah, I definitely do.
And like the classes that they won't be able to prolong against are classes with dots. So I think that's So that's why, I mean, if you look at the way that Hotform and Healingstat played out, right? Hotform just wasn't able to reset because Healingstat had dots on him the entire time. He knew that was going to happen.
And that was something that, was brought into question with Warlocks in the first duel tournament, but Venruki was still able to come out on top. I mean, in the grand final, he took down Snut. So that is a really big thing to pay attention to. And a lot of people in the chat right now saying move spectators. It's not really the spectators that we have to worry about. They're actually helping out. It's some of the trolls, right? The spectators are actually taking out the trolls as quickly as possible.
Yep, it's fine. We'll just get right back into it. Esfon, what's the verdict there? Did that one count or not? Yeah, if the competitors feel like it was a fair duel and the interference didn't change the outcome, we'll go with it. And if not, we'll just do it again.
And I'm gonna go ask them. I'm gonna go on their channels and ask them.
Okay. I do apologize for this, but obviously it's the way things go. I mean, this is again the
well, here, I'll pull them in. I'll pull them in. Actually, I'll pull them in.
Yeah, this is actually the struggles of doing a.
I'll pull them in real quick.
Hello.
Hey. Okay. So, do you guys want to go ahead and explain for them?
So first duel, when you guys I think DC'd on like voice or whatever, I got backstabbed by a rogue for like 500, but I kept playing and then I won that one. But it just didn't count for some reason, even though no one griefed Absterge.
Okay, so do you guys
want to... And then I won the one that you guys counted, and in the last duel, I got cheap shot by some Alliance rogue in the middle of the duel.
Yeah,
so you just randomly got to close the gap because of that.
So that's what we're saying. So we're gonna redo that duel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but I think. Okay. Is that what both players want to see happen here? Because
it's up to Zico.
It's up to Zico. I feel like I don't know. I feel like them interfering is just kind of like ruining the duels. Like I feel like he's winning majority of the time, and then everything just gets kind of messed up because someone stuns him or something.
Yeah. It's also the
it's up to him. I'm down for whatever. If he wants to take the win or whatever, like
there's nothing else.
No, we'll redo it, man. We'll redo it.
Just what it is.
Okay. So we'll redo that one, and also we should get our warlocks ready as fun just in case.
Here's the thing. Hold on. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go. Yeah, we'll go ahead and redo that duel.
Okay. All right, let's redo the duel. Let's do it. Okay, so hopefully this time it'll go right.
If it doesn't, then we can just give him Zico. We good? That's fine. It's all G.
Best of luck to both of you guys.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're going down, bro. Trust.
I'm actually amazed that Absterge won at all. Like, I didn't think he was going to win.
Well, he was saying that really it came down to when people were like backstabbing Zico and things like that.
Oh,
right?
really? Was that it? Okay.
Oh, yeah, you can't hear.
No,
okay.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, so he was basically saying he felt like Zico was mostly winning, but then when the interference came in,
I see.
it opened some things up for him.
That makes sense.
But we will see in a few seconds here. Why are the Alliance such dicks? WTF is what chat's asking right now.
Like, I mean, it is going to happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen. So we'll just keep doing it. We'll just keep doing it. That's all there is to it. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Let him get some mana, and then we're gonna get going.
It's not a bad idea. All right, folks, we're gonna kick this one off.
Let's focus back up. We'll get this back in, and again, guys, Zico with 1, Absterge with 0. Absterge has to tie it up to even have a chance to win, and based off of what we've seen before, it looks like this match is Zico's to lose.
Zico has definitely been ahead in these for sure. Every time he's been able to open up with a very strong sheep, creates that space, and Absterge just doesn't.
Absterge runs up and he immediately tries to do damage that time instead of wasting his stun. That was a very, very good idea. Obviously, Zico moved back and he just is going to be able to start doing damage to him immediately. Resisted the first cast. That's kind of lucky for Absterge, but obviously, it doesn't really matter. Zico can just cast again, and then he's just immediately hitting him again. He gets interrupted with his polymorph by Repentance, and then Absterge is immediately healing himself up to keep himself at full health, and then doing damage to Zico as much as possible. Zico blinks that, and then he immediately gets back over to Absterge, trying to reset this duel as much as possible. Let's see how this is going to go. Moving away, getting into max range, getting ready to obviously probably always going to drink. Okay, so he's just getting ready to pretty much completely end this duel whenever it's time.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, he basically got the opening there. Like, Absterge did a very good job. Now, Absterge goes to close the space, and Zico can ultimately just come in, have that Cone of Cold, and get as much damage done as possible. Now he's going to throw out the sheep. He gets that space. Yet again, he's going to get the Frostbolt. Now, the Freedom was already used, so it's going to be tough for Absterge to actually close the gap
and
yet
he
again.
hit him with that stun, and then Zico is just hitting him. He's casting in melee range. Compare that to the playstyle of Venruki, absolutely completely different. Absterge is extremely low on mana. Low on health. And then he had to bubble. There was a bubble. And then Zico is waiting here. He's trying to run away. Absterge is going for all that it is, man. Let's see how this is going to go. I don't know how this is going to be. Let's see what's going to happen.
Well, Zico's in a position now that he has to poly, and the rep actually going to make that completely impossible. This is actually a very good rep there. And will Absterge be able to actually get in and get some damage done? You can see that Evo coming out.
He's channeling right there on top of him. He doesn't even care. Zico's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. He blinks right out of Hammer of Justice, and then Zico's immediately doing damage. He tried to get Absterge tried to get a first save, but it didn't matter at all. And Zico, oh, right. Okay. All right, do it. We need to do these fast so they can't run back.
So, here's the other thing we're going to do, actually.
I have an idea, too.
Well, how about this? I'm going to take care of this real quick.
Okay.
S-Fun's got it.
Yep. We have our executive producer on the job. Don't worry about it, guys.
So occasionally, you find yourself in a position where you have multiple layers of problems.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to look at it layer by layer,
right?
And potentially only handle one layer at a time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have multiple layers, or maybe this wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Maybe. No.
I wish we could have layering to save us. That would be amazing. Okay, so we're trying to figure out obviously what we're going to do. I do apologize again for these delays. It's the way that it goes, but I guess that's basically just what happens. I mean, again, I'm actually, very, very surprised to see the difference in play styles between Zico and Venruki. I mean, that's one of the things that I didn't really expect to see. I thought that we were going to see, because they played together so much, you would expect to see them do pretty much the same thing. But we've actually seen a very, very different play style between the two of them. Obviously, some similarities, resetting fights, etc. But that's just basically part of being a mage.
So I think also something that happened in that first matchup was Ven started to get more aggressive as time went on. I think he played it very safe in the opening rounds because they weren't 100% sure how that matchup was going to go. Because also keep in mind, this is Horde versus Alliance. There haven't been that many duels done for some of these undead mages against the pally. So you definitely want to play it safe rather than just go in full dick ahead and get it chopped off. So they ended up, they paced it out, they mathed it out, they figured out what to do. And you could see Venruki getting more and more aggressive throughout those games. And Zico here, it's so calculated. If a bubble wasn't there, he would have just been slowly moving away as the paladin tried to connect, and just spamming out those arcane explosions to close it out. And what happened at the end there when the bubble actually did happen, I think it was 14% mana that was left in Zico's tank, but he has the option to still get out the poly and get the drink again. Like the reset potential is just so high. So you can go aggressive, trade for a cooldown, poly, reset, drink up, new game, you win again.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically all it is. I mean, like whenever you're dueling a mage, you're dueling a mage maybe 5 or 10 times per duel. Because if it doesn't go in a way that they want it to go, if it doesn't go in a way they want to do, they can just reset it and go again. And unfortunately, that's the case. It's pretty fucking annoying, but that's, I guess, what's going to happen whenever you're fighting against the mage.
Yeah, and also, like, the players are adapting. We're adapting. We're figuring out all the best ways to be able to do these tournaments in the future. And I think that, honestly, when you look at this bracket, the matchups for round 2 are so insane.
So let's look at the matchups for round 2, since we've got a little bit of time here and we're trying to set everything up. Okay, so we have basically Venruki versus Zeroed. I'm not really sure I'm pretty sure this is again probably going to be Venruki's game, and then after that, what do we have? Healingstat versus Sony. I don't know how that's going to go, man.
And then the winner of this plays Cdew.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so they're going to play Cdew. So if we have Zico play Cdew, I'm pretty sure we can probably see. I think that we'll probably see Zico come out ahead there. What do you guys think?
Zico against
Zico versus Cdew.
I don't know, man. You heard what Cdew said about duels.
What about it?
Like Cdew said he had like a lot of practices against these mages.
Oh yeah.
So I honestly think that we might see Cdew come out on top.
Against a mage? I mean, like, they can reset? Like, I don't know, man. That's going to be pretty hard to see happen. I mean, if it does, that's going to be amazing.
I actually think, think about so many of the things that you can do to play around poly as a shaman. Like, you actually do have ways to play around the poly. And the amount of damage that, like, Cdew just needs to unload. Takes him, like, 2 seconds. And if he can do that, he's going to be able to take down Zico. Because the aggression that the mage is going to put out, if it goes Cdew's way, if he's able to get big rounds, if he's able to handle all of the tools that the mage actually does have to reset, I think that Cdew can just get it done quicker.
I just feel like shamans don't really have the reset potential the paladins do. And
I agree with that.
Yeah, so they don't have the reset potential, and because of that, I think Zico can just wait for that perfect opportunity. And if, let's say, Cdew does get lucky with a Wind Fury or something like that, a big proc, it's not going to matter because Zico can just reset the match.
Yeah. I need to pee so bad.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, so
wait.
That's kind of good timing here because we are at our new location.
Oh wait. Next match.
Yeah.
Let's do this one real quick.
Well, no. Here's the thing. This is gonna be our new dueling location. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a new spot set up and we got
okay,
Zico's on his way.
All right, boys.
So I'm peeing after the next one.
Yep. Here we go. I do apologize again. Can we get a big
no, we got
time.
We got time because Zico's coming. Zico's
okay.
You can go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Can we get some massive hearts in chat for our warlocks? Our warlocks are gods.
Yeah,
okay?
Actually, Mad Season helped coordinate this. He started a few rounds ago. He's been coordinating this for us.
Yeah, Mad Season show. Adam in chat, give him a big thank you. Because of these people, obviously, we're able to swap things around and make sure that we don't have these different issues happen. I almost feel like this is even good because now we're going into different settings. It's like, we're changing the scenery up. We're making it a little bit more exciting, and I'm going to consider that a really big positive. Like, overall, guys, I'm going to be real. Like, I'm surprised the tournament has gone as well as it has so far. This has been amazing. And so I'm very happy about that. And honestly, thank you guys all for watching and supporting and being so positive about what's up, Rich?
Hey, what's up, guys? I changed suits, so.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Nice. Dude, he's over here, too.
I don't know what he's doing.
I am not going to get my security deposit back. This is terrible.
Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
So what do you think so far?
I think it's been pretty good so far. I mean, pretty much the kind of stuff that we expected to happen is going to happen, right? Like people are going to grief or whatever.
Well, let's talk about the meta. Who do you really see coming out ahead here at the end of the tournament? What class? What player? Where are you coming from?
So I do think Mage is really, really strong, and obviously, I think you have both really good players playing Mage, and also Mage is a really good class. So combination of both, especially at this level, is a pretty big deal. Again, this is like level 40 meta, so like it is what it is. I think everybody kind of understands that.
Yeah, this is obviously the players with more skill are going to have a massive advantage, but there is a certain amount of just innate unfairness that goes with I mean,
it's level 40 vanilla WoW. It is what it is, right?
So, there it is, dude. It is.
I do think Venruki has a good shot. I think any of the mages have a good shot, right? The first duel was really, really exciting. The one with Venruki and Drakova.
That was, I honestly feel like that was probably our strongest duel so far.
I think so too.
And like I really, really enjoyed watching that one. And also Healingstat versus Hotform.
I think that was a good one
the fact that he was able to counter all of Hotform's resets, I thought really showed the power and potential of a priest. Because going into this, I didn't really see a priest who was going to be able to do anything. But now I'm pretty confident that we can see Priest do a lot more.
Yeah, Priest is surprisingly, I mean, it's kind of the nature of WoW, right? Where it's like, it's like a healer, right? But they're surprisingly really good.
Well, back in vanilla WoW, like there's a lot of elements of that really do make a big difference, right? Is you have people that are healers that are still able to do damage. Like I don't know how many times I've raged whenever I lost a duel to a healer. Because I would feel like such an idiot, but it would happen.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way that vanilla WoW is. Like, all the classes are 1v1 viable in some sort of a way or another, and I think that really was what makes it so interesting.
Yeah.
And so I'm very, very glad to see that. And also seeing all the different variants between classes. It would be one thing if we saw, you know, like 16 mages or 16 rogues or something like that. It'd be like the MDI or something. But, you know...
or a vanilla WoW speedrun of a raid.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be great, dude.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna get the thing going.
All right, let's do it. Okay, boys. So we've relocated, and now we're ready to go. I think everything's gonna go pretty well, guys, and we'll hopefully at least be able to get a few of these matches out of the way without any sort of interference, and really knock these out. So I'm really excited to do that. As soon as Zico gets over there, we'll be ready to go.
I just did a quick bio.
Okay.
And dude, I'm telling you, the games on phones these days are so good. I really think that, you know, within a year, we'll probably be doing mobile gaming tournaments. Do you guys have phones?
Well, how are they going to play Diablo Immortal if they don't?
Dude, also, I've been getting a lot of practice inside. So I don't know if you've been playing in Naj. There's actually a really tough game that you have to play. I've actually been getting a lot of really good practice on it on my phone.
Okay.
It's called Candy Crush.
Oh yeah,
and it really helps you if you do want to be the best Naj player possible.
How much money do you spend on that?
I'm not a soccer mom, so I can get delicious without any in-game investment. But you can see I actually missed a combo there.
Wait.
Yeah, watch this one.
Show it to the screen. Show it to the screen.
Watch this one.
They have this is just a world quest in WoW.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they paid the big bucks to acquire King, right?
Well, they have the I thought they thought of something original. They stole their own game?
They stole their own game.
It's like the Human Centipede.
Could you imagine if they actually, like, stole a game that they made 15 years ago?
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Watch this.
You never know, boys.
Look at this. Wait, I don't know how to use the chocolate one.
So this is actually, by the way, this is made by the same company that WoW is made by. Candy Crush is made by King, and King is owned by Blizzard Activision.
Yeah, so I've been practicing for 8.2. I think you guys
I
are.
See that.
Yeah, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. But now we're going to be jumping back into the classic action. Yeah, Asmon's actually downloading it right now.
Yeah, of course.
The future of gaming. But the question is, who's going to secure the future of this tournament? We have already seen the prowess that these players have truly been able to flex, and now we're going to start fully employing our Warlock team, and we can't thank them enough for helping us with everything in this tournament. And I can't thank you guys enough for enjoying the show with us so far. This is
our team of elite Warlocks led by Mad Season.
Dude, we've been planning this tournament for so long.
Like the second day after beta, we're like, you know what would be cool is if we did a dueling tournament.
And it's just
and here we are.
Yeah. So this was why Rich was. Oh no. But I think the thing is it's incredibly complex to get off the ground, and you know we got to give another shout out to Tips. We basically took his rule set and modified it for this tournament. We learned a lot from his duel tournament. We're excited for his second duel tournament.
Absolutely.
And big shout out to Esfon for making everything work behind the scenes, and also for all the players who have been super cooperative with us. And big shout out to the trolls. Right, nothing without my haters.
Hey, dude, there it is. Haters make me famous. Remember all those quotes that you'd have back at like the the late MySpace days of like all these different things.
Khaled.
Oh God, dude.
Hey, so
how are we doing?
So we're still working on getting people here.
Okay.
Yeah, still working on getting some people here. If we could get some Horde to help summon some of the Horde competitors here, that would be nice as well.
Okay, great.
Also, should I say the thing we talked about earlier?
Yeah. Let's go and talk about that.
I think now's a good time. So, guys, apparently Zeroed, whenever he was dueling Peo, was in a group and he wasn't aware, and he had blood pact on, and he barely survived on one of the rounds that would have made it to where Peo would have taken the win. So what we're doing is we're going back and we're fixing that. Peo will be awarded the win, and then Zeroed is still going to be in the losers bracket where Peo was. So they're just gonna flip-flop spots. And actually, just for the record, like a lot of people are saying Zero cheated and this and that. Zeroed, not only did he not know, Zeroed actually messaged me and was like, "Oh, dude, I just realized this." and he told me himself. So, I mean, big that's a lot of integrity there. So hearts in the chat for Zero for doing that for sure.
Rogue versus Mage. Little Payo versus Venruki. Ooh, that's gonna be big. I don't know what to even expect out of that. Yeah, obviously, guys, we saw it. We were just waiting for a time to address it because we just had to take some time and discuss how we wanted to handle the situation. And based off of everybody involved, we decided that this would actually be the most fair and ethical way to handle it based off of the way that the last duel did go by. And also, I do think that the second duel might have also gone in Payo's favor because he did have the element of surprise in terms of his strategy versus Zero's strategy. So maybe that could have gone differently as well. So I think this is probably the most fair way of doing it. And again, guys, this is just the nature of doing a dueling tournament in the way that we're doing it. We don't have a PTR. We don't have a tournament realm. We don't have anything. We're doing our absolute best to make this as good of a production as possible and make this as fair as we can.
A huge shout out to the players, right? Like, I think that's the other thing. Like, already we're hearing these players like actually tell us everything that they can as well. And we're excited to keep moving forward in this tournament and actually see who's going to take it down. And also, big shout out to Zeroed already for showing us what a hunter can actually do. I'm excited to see what he does in the lower side of the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, he did amazing. And like, again, Zeroed isn't, he's down, but he's not out. Yeah. Like, he can still come back and redeem himself. So one way or another, I mean, we're going to see a little bit more Zeroed, and we're also going to see this matchup coming up pretty soon. We're just trying to make sure that we have everything set up and we're completely ready to go. And I'm actually really, really happy with how things have gone so far. I mean, this has been a very, very great tournament. People have been, in general, pretty chill. And I know, guys, that obviously nothing can be perfect. And I think that we kind of went into it with that in mind. And I feel like overall, things have been better than I would have expected.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story of my life. I definitely do think too, like, we have some stuff in store for a little bit later in the stream as everything's cooling down, and you guys are definitely going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy it very much.
Yeah, and I think also once we get into the later games, that's going to add a certain level of excitement too, because then we're going to see the same people coming back and the same competitors here again, and that's whenever I think things are really going to get exciting. Like, I'm actually like, if Venruki goes the 2-for-2, the two-time back-to-back champion,
there's actually room for a new two-time champ on the platform. So I think that Ven can take that spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm very curious to see this happen, man. And also, like, I'm curious to see Payo in action again. I'll be honest, I was a little bit disappointed that we had Payo, get knocked out so early. I mean, he spent so much time gearing up his character, getting ready, and everything else in between. Damn, I would love to see Payo play again. That'd be awesome.
And now we're going to get to see him play against Venruki. And I think this is like pretty star-studded matchup to actually get to see go down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think after this first round, we'll have a really good idea of who has the potential of taking the entirety of the tournament.
I think, you know what? Let me ask chat right now.
Mm-hmm.
In chat, who do you think is going to take it home? Who is it?
They should be able to see all the names on the bracket.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull that up.
Exclamation mark brackets in the chat if you ever do want to see the bracket.
Hey, okay, let's go ahead and start.
Ooh, okay. Actual gameplay. I'm ready for that.
Gameplay. Man, we haven't had that in years.
Just like my stream. All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
No more pause button, nothing but action. Time to get back into the game. And of course, we are going to be in a new terrain. It's time to enter a new battleground for us and try to see who's going to come out on top in this next duel.
I think that honestly, I think we're probably going to see Zico take it home.
I think Zico has it. We're pretty
home.
much in a situation right now where you could even hear that from Absterge when we had him in the call. Yeah. But we want to play it out for integrity.
Absolutely.
And we really do want to see what Absterge can do, how he can adapt so far in this matchup. Mage does seem to have the upper hand, though, when we do go up against the Paladins. Absterge, of course, originally rolled Horde. He made a very big mistake there, so he decided to re-roll towards the end of the beta. He re-leveled with Jellybeans, who's also going to be in the tournament, and also re-leveled with McConnell. Where is McCool? On top of that, we find him playing a different class than he played at the beginning of the beta. He was playing Shaman when he was in the Horde, so when he did get over to the Alliance, he made what seems like a logical decision. He decides to play the Paladin.
Yeah,
hands up, guys. Hands up. You can summon McCool. Okay,
boys, here we go. We're almost ready and we're good to go. I I'm a little bit curious. Like this is a different setup. Now we have a little bit more of things that people can play around with. We've got the trees, we've got the pots, we've got all kinds of other stuff, and we also have kind of like pots, we have a natural barrier, and I think that also adds a certain level of interest, right? Because you can't just go out into the water. I don't know if we've made like a rule for going out into the water, but I'm pretty sure we're probably not going to see anybody actually utilize that in a way that's meaningful.
Hey man, trees, pots. Maybe these guys do decide to get wet. We have a whole bunch of terrain that they can work with on this map, and I like this tropical location, getting us ready for the 4th of July tomorrow.
Yeah, it is summer after all.
Sun's out, guns out.
Hey, there it is. Okay, how are we looking? That's fun.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Sorry.
I like that ship off in the distance.
So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Ready whenever you are.
Yeah, Absterge is here. Where's Black Lizard?
Already 4th of July? Where the heck are you, dude? I'm reading chat. They're telling me it's already the 4th of July, and I actually got evaded.
Okay. So
it is in Europe, right? It's like the day forward or something like that?
But they don't have the 4th of July. It's ours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just like the country.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys
all right,
separate a little bit. These guys need to separate a little bit, and we need to start.
Okay, let's get this done.
Have a good day at work tomorrow, person in Europe.
Well, no, they because they don't work over there, remember? Yeah, nobody has a job. They just collect welfare all the time. That's why they always beat us on all the world firsts. Remember?
It's called vacation, dude.
Yeah, I know. US doesn't have that.
But you know what the US does have? Absterge. And Absterge is going to be playing up against Zico right now. Zico going to be representing not... Zico's from Sweden?
Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, Absterge is moving towards Black Lizard and immediately gets rooted there. And then let's see. It looks like Zico's going to try. Oh, wow. He just blinked right away out of that stun, and then he goes for the interrupt. And then Absterge interrupts the polymorph with the repent. Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a very interesting way to start this off. Yeah, these guys going absolutely ham. Now caught in the sheep is going to be Absterge. Zico's got a full tank of mana, 72% mana here. He's going to go down for a drink. Wants to make sure it's a 100% so he can just
he's getting
out.
ready just so he can pop off. Hits him with a rank 1 Frostbolt. Okay, with the resist there. That's obviously not very good at all for Zico. He knows that's good. It's not good. So obviously what does he do? He resets again. He polymorphs again. Okay, and there we go. And he's just fighting him right in range. He's not even worried about getting max range. He's actually going and being as offensive as possible, just like what we saw at the beginning. He goes for the, obviously, a, what do you call it?
What were you saying? What were you saying? Absolutely deleted. He's going to tear him apart like soft bread. Zico's going to be able to take this one. And you do need to actually look out here. You do need to look out here. You can actually see it. You can see it from those. They're prowling around there. You got those pussy cats. And we all know that if you do get too close to the pussy can completely ruin World of Warcraft. It could really ruin the duel. So you do want to be staying away from those guys when we are competing on this terrain. Watch out. Do not get too close to those prowling cougars.
Ooh, they're dangerous. Let me tell you. But listen, there we go. That's 2 for 2. Zico finishes it up. I think we probably might need an interview, right, with the competitor, the winner there.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be a good
idea.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if I can talk to his publicist and we can get this figured out.
And while we do that, let's try to line the next one up so we can get these done. Like knock these out. And the next one,
Jelly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and Allseeingeye, of course, is one of these guys who's got a lot to prove. He just ended up in the tournament today. Yep. Jelly is, of course, Absterge is one of Absterge's teammates, one of the guys who actually switched over factions as well. So it's going to be exciting to see him. But this also sets up a matchup: Cdew versus Zico. I believe you say there it is, but let's hear what Zico has to say about this matchup in particular, because I think we saw both of the mages who played against the Paladins in Venruki and Zico really step up the aggression in the later duels.
Here we go.
Yes, we're here with Zico. Mr. Zico, how do you feel about that duel?
I feel pretty good. I mean, it was sad that it, got a little bit dragged on because of griefing, but Absterge is a great player. He played the matchup perfectly, and yeah, it was fun.
Nice. Can you get a little bit to your left? I can't hear you quite well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Much better. Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, much better. So
I gotta say, Asfon, how does it feel having the best hair on Twitch?
Hey, second best to you.
Oh, you're too kind, but I shaved, so now you're fresh.
No, it's still good.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, I'm just really nice. I do have the best hair on Twitch.
Can you tell him I miss him?
I miss you too, Rich.
So, how did you feel about the Paladin Mage matchup? We saw one before. We saw one with Venruki and Drakova. How did you feel about playing against Absterge? Was it the sort of thing where was it about what you expected or no?
No, I think it was easier.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. Honestly, against threats, it's all about the freedom. As you know yourself, Asfon being one of the leading rats here on the beta.
And in real life.
And in real life, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about the freedom, So if you get a Nova when they don't have freedom, you're chilling.
That's right, and that's what we're about, man. We're about freedom here, and that's why we're doing this here on this here eve of July 4th. So we're big on freedom. We're gonna have freedom tomorrow. We're gonna have freedom August 27th. Whenever
we have freedom every day because
we got
this
freedom
is
every
America.
day. Hell yeah, brother. That's what I like to hear.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, back to you guys. Guys.
18 naked cowboys. Okay, dude.
That's the place for the next tournament. Yeah, we'll give you more information on the next tournament later.
Yeah, that's our next dueling location.
It's gonna be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
There's a lot of sword fights over there.
Yeah, it's a lot less griefing. It's definitely not gonna suck.
Yeah, absolutely not. Whoa.
Getting into the next matchup.
Yeah. Okay, so we basically have a Warlock, Allseeingeye again, a beta champion. A lot of you guys probably don't know him, going up against Jellybeans, one of the best hunters in the world. Now, I personally, I think we're probably going to see Jellybeans come out ahead here.
This was a weird showing of a hunter.
This was a very weird
even
showing.
Zero kind of said that.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to start to see what some of these other hunters in the tournament can do.
Yes.
Because it basically goes Jellybean. And
there's only one?
Because Jellybeans and then Bean Slayer. So in the next two matchup, we actually have two hunters, right?
Yeah.
So there's a potential that we actually have a hunter mirror happen down here when we get to round 2. But
I love mirrors. I love watching mirrors. That's my favorite thing.
I think it's one of the best things to happen in duels.
Absolutely.
Like it really is. But in this next one, it's basically Allseeingeye versus Jelly. And then when we get to the next one, Snuts versus Bean. So we're going to get to see kind of the full toolkit of hunters really play out.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really saw less of hunters than I expected to in the tips tournament. And a lot of the things that happened with hunters were super unfortunate. You actually think about Jelly playing in that tournament, that scatter shot. Like that scatter shot was a feels bad moment. Yeah, and we didn't really get to see the full potential from him, and now potentially
I think we can see. I really, as I said, I really like seeing hunters. There's just like so many things that are going on with hunters, right? I mean, they've got their pet happiness. They've got their arrows they've got to keep track of. It feels like one of the most involved RPG characters of classic WoW, and I think that's what's so cool about seeing people play them is you feel like somebody's really playing that hunter. You're really that hunter in a way that other classes don't really have the same level of engagement and investment with.
Yeah,
I really like that a lot.
You get to like name your hunter pet after your favorite waifu.
Yeah, or after yourself if you're good, because that way targeting macros don't work.
Or your favorite
streamer.
I
just named mine Dick Balls. So I mean, sure.
I named mine Nikki Brienne.
Okay, so we have Jellybeans versus Allseeingeye.
Okay.
Jellybeans versus Allseeingeye gonna head to head. We're getting ready to get this one started. What's Jellybeans' pet named?
Let's see. Carl
after Absterge. Naming it after the guy that he actually switched factions for. They both went alliance together. And ultimately, Carl going to be the name of that kitty cat.
Let's make this happen.
So,
here we go.
Because this is Alliance, they can just do /duel, and they can just go normally.
All right, Alliance/duel, doing it normally. I'm ready to go. Let's make this happen. Let's do it.
Doing it the right way. Alliance versus Alliance.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see what Jellybeans is able to get done, being a little bit newer on the side of Alliance, what he's been able to farm up. I know that he's also, as a competitor in the AWC, had to prepare on 8.2, right? So he's been spending a lot of time between both variants of the game right now, both retail and the beta. And now he's going to be going up against, kind of, as you said, a beta champ, right?
Yeah.
This is one of these new guys. This is one of these guys for a lot of people that they're just starting to get eyeballs on and really starting to see what this player can do.
Okay, here we go. And then they're immediately starting off. Allseeingeye just moves up right directly to him, and he keeps him in the root with the frostbolt. And then, oh wow! And he's immediately. Did he just ice block or trap out of that? Oh my God! Jellybeans is already at 39% health. 26% health. Allseeingeye is just deleting Jellybeans. This is insane. And then Jellybeans gets slightly healed up. And then is Allseeingeye going to be able to finish it off with an arcane explosion or maybe a cone of cold? And he immediately pulls it off. I actually thought Allseeingeye was a warlock. I was wondering why there weren't any dots there, but it turns out that he's a fucking mage.
Dude, Jellybeans.
Look at that, dude.
Jellybeans, bro.
Woo!
Dude.
There it is.
He got chewed up like a fistful of Berry Bot beans. We're going to have to see if he can jump back in this next one, or he's just going to be absolutely smushed.
Feeling like a rotten egg flavored jelly bean right now. We'll see if he's going to be able to upgrade to strawberry.
Fart flavored jelly bean, bro. Actually, it might be your favorite flavored jelly bean. I know Berry Bots, they have booger jelly beans. So you farm that flavor all the time on stream.
I don't eat them.
Just pick them?
Yeah.
Just pick them.
Pick them and flick them.
We're going to have to see if this is going to be a quick pick and flick as well. This one's looking like it might be a 2-0. We're seeing absolute insane damage coming out.
And think about how aggressive he was. That was like a wild animal. Like Allseeingeye just completely going crazy. Like just popping off. Yeah, RAR, exactly.
RAR XD, dude.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this,
Big D
man.
on that, too.
Absolutely. I'm ready whenever you are.
Big D.
Let's do this.
Once again, now everything is cruising. We figured out a new way to do a lot of these duels. We're cruising, but right now it looks like Jellybeans is cruising for a bruising. Allseeingeye just completely decimating him. Will he be able to do it again?
That was insane. Like, I really didn't expect to see that happen. I mean, that was really, really cool to see somebody who's just completely unknown just establish themselves in that level of a definitive way.
Dude, I can already see the merch, man.
There it is,
dude. Big blinked out eyeball chain. Just like iced out. Dude.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, I'm already ready to buy the Allseeingeye merch.
Okay, dude, we should be ready to go here.
Okay, let's do it. Going into the second match.
Don't forget the first tournament that you started in. All we want is 10% of all your merch.
Yeah.
I'm ready when you are. Yeah, we're ready to make the merch, dude. Hit us up.
Don't forget where you came from.
All right, let's get this one started. Let's see if Allseeingeye is going to blink or if he's just going to head straight to the next round.
Okay, here we go. Jellybeans has challenged you to a duel. Let's make this happen. Here we go. And then they immediately start off. Allseeingeye is immediately kiting him there. Jellybeans is keeping him at max range. He's using Viper Sting to run Allseeingeye out of mana. And he got rooted by Allseeingeye with the trinket. The Shrinkway as well with the attack power reduction. And then here we go. Allseeingeye coming right back at him, hitting him there with the Cone of Cold. And then, okay, here we go. He got out of the, it's a trap. Okay, that's good. And he immediately got out of the trap, rooted him again with that, and then he stayed within his dead zone there. He blinked over inside of his dead zone as well. Remember, look at Allseeingeye with this dead zone thing. This is incredible. And he's just finishing him off with an arcane explosion. Holy shit.
That dead zone management was insane. You can see right now on Jellybean's stream, it said most recent D. I think we just saw a very big recent D, and it was coming in from Allseeingeye.
Holy shit.
So I heard that Bean yesterday was destroying mages. Wow. Were those mages using dead zone? Because Jellybeans didn't even get damage off.
No.
Like
that was honestly so perfectly played by Allseeingeye that I don't think Jellybeans was even ready to encounter that level of competition. That's honestly the truth. I don't think that he was expecting that level of competition. And
people are saying in the chat,
incredible.
hunters suck. They definitely looked like it there.
Hunters, obviously, we have found a weakness. That is obviously a huge weakness that hunters have. And I don't know really if Jellybeans, give Jellybeans 100 duels like that. Is he going to be able to improve? Is he going to be able to play against somebody who does that? We'll see what happens.
And like we said, I think this is why I'm excited to see the Bean duel as well. But because in this Jellybeans matchup, Jelly straight up, and like this is credit where credit's due. I could literally go into the DMs right now. A big thing was that he didn't have as much time to prep, right? Like we pretty much hit him up about the duel tournament like the day before.
Yep.
He had been playing way more retail at the time.
Absolutely.
And we can see somebody who, and this is one of the great things about Classic WoW, somebody who put more time in, they hit harder.
We see it.
Yeah, you can feel it. There's no scale in here. Oh, shit. I made it a little too small. I just made it a little too small to make it a little bit bigger.
Okay. So then that's going to be Allseeingeye. They're up at the top. And then the next matchup we're going to be having here is going to be Bean versus Snuts.
Hey,
oh, wow.
Hey, before we go on to this next matchup, there's something else we should probably mute and look at real quick.
Okay.
We have to have a green screen huddle up, guys. Close your ears for 1 second. You're not allowed to hear what we're talking about. I gotta get in chat and tell them. I told them not to listen, so I have to get in chat and tell them that they can actually talk.
Okay, good.
Or they can listen.
We're on, right?
You can listen now.
Okay, good.
All right, they know that they can listen now.
All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, guys, thanks for not listening while we had to talk about
really
that behind the scenes stuff.
That.
Yeah, thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you guys.
And Esfon, whenever the time comes, let's play it.
Yeah, we should. We should talk about that at some point.
Yeah, but not right now.
Okay. At what point do we want to start doing the second bracket, the redemption bracket?
We can do either 2 rounds or we can do redemption bracket next.
Let's do 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
Two rounds top.
Yeah, let's do 2 rounds.
Okay.
2 rounds top.
Seems like the best idea.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 rounds in the top, then 1 round on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the plan. All right, interview the mage. Yeah, we actually didn't get a chance to talk to Allseeingeye.
Well, if we have the next round here, I think that we've obviously had a lot of delays so far, and I think we probably, for the integrity of the tournament, and because obviously all these competitors have to spend their time here, I think we probably should just move to the next round for now, and then we'll probably, based off of his performance last time, I think we'll be hearing a lot more from Allseeingeye.
Yeah, and I think pretty much no matter what, even if we do, keep on trucking right now with the duels, we'll definitely make time to make sure we talk to each and every competitor before it's done. We'll definitely get ears on all 16 of the lads because they put on an incredible show for us already so far today. Is Gnomish Shrink Ray allowed?
Yes,
So
we did
Shrink Ray's
decide to allow Shrink Ray. The Death Ray was a very contentious issue. We talked about this a lot on my stream. We had conversations about it privately, and we just decided that based off of the integrity of the tournament, we decided that we would not really allow it. Now, it would offer some awesome opportunities. There is a lot of counterplay involved with it, but a lot of the competitors that we talked to decided that they weren't really very interested in having it in the tournament. And ultimately, those are the people who are really going to be affected by these rules. And so we thought, based off of their input, that we would not allow it in the tournament this time. Now, later on in the future, especially whenever we get up to level 60 tournaments and we're actually doing this on the live servers, then it's going to be a completely different ball game, and a lot more things are going to be allowed. And we don't want to allow things that, we don't want to disallow things that we don't have to. So I think that's just the nature of Classic, is being able to use these items. And obviously there have to be some limits, and that's unfortunate, but we're trying to make those as few as possible. We want to make things as fair as possible, but also as fun as possible. And I think there's obviously, a equilibrium there that we're trying to work towards.
I actually do hear Esfon right now. Esfon, were you going to do a quick call here?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're ready to go with.
Oh, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, next duel is going to be up against Bean against Snuts. Hunter versus Warlock. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Let's hear. I want to hear from you guys. Who's going to come out ahead, Snuts or Bean?
So keep
two
in mind,
competitors in the current game, both very, very high-level players in BFA coming in the Classic. Let's see how this is going to go.
Bean has been farming as well.
Yeah,
like he's been.
So then
farming.
They immediately open up. Bean opens up right there, and then he tries to trap him, but Bean accidentally traps the pet. That's not good at all. Snuts just starts putting up dots on him right there. He's probably going to try to fear the pet, but maybe not. He just puts a Curse of Agony on him, and then he's actually dotting up the pet already, and then Bean is just damaging down Snuts like it's nobody's business. Oh my God, Bean is popping off.
This is what I heard.
This might not be over. Oh my God, look at this.
Okay, so Snuts is definitely going to be able to hold on, which is fantastic.
He's running out of mana.
For now.
He's got the fear.
Exactly.
And then he stopped the fear. Did he stop the fear with counter shot?
Bean has so much at his disposal. Whoa.
That trap. Okay, here we go. And then he's moving away right there. He's summoning the Voidwalker. He immediately got the summon off, so that's going to give him a second trap. He moved out of range of fear, so obviously he's going to have to get in range there. Now, really, all Bean needs to do is auto-attack Snuts, and I think that he might win, but Snuts also has a second absorb, and Snuts is just sitting on it. He's actually letting that pet do as much damage as possible. This is going to be right down the wire. He uses the absorb. Snuts is basically just finishing it off. He's going to go for another trap to maybe trap and move out the absorb. This is right down to the wire.
This is where Bean should win. He should be able to eat here while he's in the trap and then instantly kill him when he does get out, because now his pet can close the space, get a little bit of damage, and Snuts is completely tapped on mana. And this is the reason that Hunter's so favorite. He goes for the
stun, and then Snuts is going for the wand. This is right down to it. I think Snuts is actually going to win. Snuts won! Oh my God! What the fuck? This is a
Bean won. Bean won.
Bean won. You can't even tell, dude. So let's actually talk about
that
what
was
happened
incredible, here. Right down to the wire.
So Snuts has to really rely on his sacks there.
Absolutely,
it's gonna be a big thing. Now,
why?
That
was just not.
Dude, he definitely sacked up there.
Yeah.
But what happens with the Hunter is the Hunter can actually just so effectively drain all of the resources.
Oh yeah,
from
and also so because health is also a resource. I didn't see Snuts using Drain Life at all in that. I was expecting to see a lot more Drain Life. Maybe I'm wrong with that. The fact is that I was expecting to see a lot more of that, because obviously, yes, you can Viper Sting Snuts, but you're effectively, think about this, you're effectively doing damage to the Snuts by Viper Stinging him, because that's mana that he's going to have to regen by taking his own life away with Life Tap. So Bean played that extremely well. That was right down to the wire. I would say, honestly, that was probably the closest match that we have had all day.
Probably the closest duel that's happened on beta. The officer never let him down.
We didn't even know. I thought the other guy won.
Also, if you didn't get to watch the tournament that Tips put on, ultimately Snuts came in second place. And it was close. He very easily could have taken the tournament.
They're dueling again on their own for some reason. They need to not do that.
Okay, tell him to stop. Tell him to just forfeit, and we'll go again. Because let's get these duels out. Because we've been
I also want to bring up.
We can go faster.
Okay, great.
We're doing the show too.
Yeah, just let them know.
So I also do want to let you guys know that these guys have played with each other competitively on the BlizzCon stage, right? Like these guys almost got 4%, right? Like these guys are masters at getting down to the absolute wire. And you can see right now that this is already underway.
Do they just want to keep playing this one out?
Yeah,
I mean, we can
guess. I don't know.
Let's just play this one out.
Play it out. They'll play it out. Let's go.
They want it. They want it. They're ready for it. And already we can see it's down to the wire again. Snuts is going to be so low on health. We're going to see Bean try to get in, close that space. He's going to be able to get the trap.
Oh my God. This is again right down to the wire. I don't know what's going to happen.
But look how
here.
calculated it is by Bean. This is why people were talking up Bean. He knows exactly when he's going to feign death, getting with the trap, close. Snut's already out of mana. Again, he's got nothing to work with. Bean has resources. He's got to
wand him. He's wanding Bean to death. Basically, Snuts is just hoping that Absorb Shield is big enough, and I don't think it is. Bean won again.
Dude, look at Snuts right now. He plays it so well.
But 2 for 2?
Yes.
That was 2 for 2.
Just 2-0'd him that quick.
What the?
Which puts Snuts in a position, first of all, if you're in the lower side of the bracket right now, you're probably a little bit tilted. Because now Snuts, most likely, is just going to go on a best-of-1 tear.
Yeah.
Because Snuts is scary.
Snuts is an incredible player. He placed number 2, as we said before, in Tips Tournament. An amazing, absolutely incredible player. So let's go ahead. We're going to look at these brackets again. The next, obviously, too, is going to be, we're going to have a redemption. Will Allseeingeye be able to beat 2 Hunters? Now, he dispatched Jellybeans relatively easily. 2-0'd him.
I think Bean's in a different league, man.
Bean is... He's got a really good thing going. Okay, next one here. And now we're actually moving into the next bracket. Guys, I know that it's taken a while. I do fully understand that, but now we're finally getting through these matches, and I want to appreciate and say thank you guys so much for being patient with us and helping us make this all possible. So I know that we've had a little bit of struggles. This is our first tournament organizing together, and we appreciate all of you being able to be understanding about that. So thank you guys so much, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into the next rounds. So the next 2 should be Esfon, do you want to explain it?
It's going to be Venruki versus Peo next, but I want to hear from Snuts. Or sorry, I want to hear from Bean.
Yeah.
I want to hear from the officer.
Absolutely.
Bean, I know you've been farming up all of the rune cloth in the world. How has that affected your performance here today?
Let's see. I'm trying to get a hold of him here, if we can. Mr. Bean. Oh, hey.
That was really, really close.
This is what I was talking about, though. I think Bean is going to destroy casters.
Hello.
Really? I mean,
Hi, Bean. He's on the call right now. Esfon, what's he got to say?
Hey, yeah. Let's see if we can find Bean here and we can get him in for an interview.
I'm ready. Hi.
Okay.
All right, Bean. Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you. Thanks. Can you please look at me, please? Please, I'm the camera's this way. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, nice to meet you, sir. How'd you feel about dueling Snutsy? How'd you feel about the Warlock Hunter matchup?
You know, I was pretty inexperienced versus Warlock. Only dueled him like once or twice, but I knew my general plan is to pretty much trap him, kill his pet, force the sack early. You know, Viper Sting him, him, and just dampen him.
Very good. So very methodical approach. So did you use a similar strategy whenever you're fighting mages or no?
Oh, well, I am dueling a mage next round, so I'm not going to reveal that information. You guys will have to wait and see.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
No.
Stay tuned.
Mr. Bean, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Oh, man, it's so cool. You know, back in the day, I kept telling everybody I was going to play World of Warcraft. I was going to get as good as possible, and then we'd get all the ladies. You see all the ladies watching this show right now?
Yeah, I saw a few of them right there.
Plans all coming together. 15 years. It's called the long haul.
It did work. Are we going to? Are we going to talk about the situation, Esfon?
So yeah, this is something else. I mean, there's a few clips that came up, right? There's one where we talked about the.
Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, maybe you should explain it.
Okay. So, out of my peripherals for the past 2 hours, we've been hearing zeroed cheated. Cheated zeroed. Zeroed was cheating. Zeroed buff. We evaluated the tapes. We looked at them, and our initial and also your initial evaluation was incorrect. Why was it incorrect? Because Blood Pact was not on zeroed originally at the beginning of the duel. Blood Pact was applied to zeroed midway through the duel. Whenever stamina buffs are applied to different targets while they're actually in Classic WoW, it removes the health from the player rather than keeping the exact same percentage. So as you can see here, Blood Pact was just applied to zeroed and his health went down, maintaining the exact same level of health that he had before Blood Pact was actually applied, which means that Zero did actually win the duel fair and square, and Blood Pact was not a factor in the duel at all.
And I also want to say big big props to this man for saying, no, I had Blood Pact on me and I didn't know, because he honestly didn't know, and he was willing to take the L because he wanted to be fair. You got to give some hearts in the chat to Zeroed, and you got to really respect what this guy did. He's one of the guys that not a lot of us knew coming into this tournament, and already he's just showed that he is a very honorable player, and we're very happy to have him in the tournament. And ultimately, this is a mechanic that we've talked about before, when you actually do see how these buffs are applied. And when we went back and did some of the digging in our first official instant replay of the entire tournament, now we're going to see that he really didn't do anything wrong.
No, he did nothing wrong. And I thought that it wasn't a big deal at the beginning. And then I looked at it and I thought maybe it is. And now we looked at the actual clip and we found out that everything is okay. So we're going to be moving into our second bracket duels here with Venruki versus Zeroed. How are we looking, Esfond?
I'm getting them together right now.
Scratches out. There we go. All right, and that also means that Peo is going to be in the lower bracket. We are still going to see Peo again.
Yeah, in the
here we go.
Bracket.
There we go. All righty. Drakova versus Peo. I think that's going to be a really interesting matchup too. All right. So let's see.
They're speaking French again in chat.
Again, another hunter versus mage. Another one. So this is going to be the, I guess second one. I don't know. Do you think that Venruki is going to be able to do what Allseeingeye was able to do with Jellybeans? I think that really depends. Like Zeroed now, one thing that Zeroed has as his advantage is the fact that he was able to see that happen to Jellybeans.
Okay, so here's the thing. Zeroed played a very different matchup because he's playing against a rogue.
Yes.
I think hunters are really going to excel.
What are we doing?
I was putting it down. Yeah. If they do exclamation mark bracket, we have to pick it up because we want to make sure that we can actually have valid chat commands. It's very important to the tournament and our production. So every time that they do put that in, we'll definitely deliver. But when we look at the matchup when we look at the bracket and we look at what has happened, the whole idea is hunters look strong against ranged melee classes right now.
Yes.
But we saw one potential field of play, one potential line of play is try to get into that dead zone. The question is now, is Venruki going to go for the dead zone play, or are we going to see Zeroed try to zero the mana of Venruki? That really is the primary win condition.
In my opinion, I think that trying to out-mana him might be the best idea in the long haul, because I think that already Venruki has proven that he is able to reset the duels in a number of ways, and it's much more difficult to reset mana than it is to be able to just like reset the duel naturally if you just go for pure damage.
Let's talk about what mages have at their disposal to try to counter that warlocks don't have. They obviously can conjure their gem.
Yes.
They're going to have Evocate.
Evocate is a really, really big one.
And they can get space to drink, right? Like they do have some opportunities.
But they also have to deal with the pet at the same time whenever they're trying to get space to drink, which is going to give them a huge advantage.
The pet is so important.
Here we go.
And we saw Venruki, even in his previous duels, having such good plays against pets. I've seen him do it against warlocks in the previous duel tournament. I've seen him do it against just about everything. He's probably going to prioritize taking out the pet. I wouldn't be surprised if Venruki actually does open.
So he goes for the long play. Actually, you know what? Knowing Venruki and his play style, I think that you're completely right. I think that we could absolutely see that happen. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done.
You can see some of the onlookers right now cheering for Zeroed. Actually said get Zeroed.
Whoa, there it is. All right, let's make this happen.
Zeroed.
Okay, here we go, guys. Let's do it. Zeroed has challenged you to a duel. Let's go.
Where is Zeroed's pet?
He's probably stealth. Oh, and then Zeroed immediately starts at the beginning with a Shadow Meld, and he scatter shots Venruki with the Viper Sting, so it doesn't immediately break on damage.
Then go for dead zone.
Oh, he's going for dead zone right there. He hit the Cone of Cold. He drops the Iron Grenade, and then Zeroed got out of it.
He's going for the pet.
And then he's just immediately just going directly after him. Venruki is just a wild animal. He's going for blood. Zeroed is moving away as much as possible. Venruki is trying to cast on him, hits him with a Fire Blast, keeping him slowed. And then, oh my God, okay, there's the root there with the trap. and then Venruki is just keeping him right there directly in place. Venruki goes back to the dead zone, trying to keep in that dead zone, staying there. Zeroed is pretty low on health, but so is Venruki. Venruki is going all in here.
Well, Elliot definitely is a jungle cat with his claws out, going absolutely crazy inside of the dead zone, but look at what happened. He has absolutely no mana. Can he get the close here? He's trying to do it on Zeroed. Zeroed now is going to go in with his melee weapon. This is an auto attack Andy duel. Will the wand be able to do it? The Frost Nova comes off. He's able to get off that burst of damage. He goes into his ice block, and just like that, Zeroed
defeated Venruki in a duel. In a dramatic reversal of fate, something I don't think anybody would have expected. That is incredible. That is absolutely fucking incredible. Oh my God.
Zeroed.
Wow.
The guy that everybody was against. He literally had all of chat against him.
Everybody was against him.
Everybody sold this guy down the river.
That's right.
Then he plays against literally the best dueler right now.
Down the river for integrity.
I respect the integrity play, but this is the reason that you always need to be an alpha.
Absolutely.
And you can't take that shit. You can't take that shit because look at what he was able to do. This is literally the best dueler in the world that he's going against right now on the beta. He's the best dueler right now currently as far as titles are concerned in BFA as well. Venruki, if you actually look at what made Venruki the player that he is, the BlizzCon winning player, he started out as a dueler. He was one of those guys that had one of those stories.
Who didn't?
He climbed up the ranks. He took out the best duelers and he became the best. And now Zeroed is able to take him down. Then goes, though, for the play that we don't expect. We thought he was going to maybe take out the pet, maybe go for the long run. He goes into the dead zone and he tries to race, and it almost does pay off.
I think this is something that we can almost be certain of. Is that this next match, we're going to have a different strategy. So let's see what they've got in store for us this time. Okay, they're ready here. They're right next to the match. All right, let's do it. Ready whenever.
Man, Venruki did use his ice block, though.
That was an ice block, but did he use a cold snap? I don't
know.
He
did not use a cold snap.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, wait, it might have been was it a trap?
Did you see that right there? He immediately opened up the rank 1 Frostbolt to stop him from going into Shadow Melt. That's very, very good.
Big.
And then he stops right there in the dead zone. He stops Zeroed. He's doing the big one. Uh-oh. He hits him for 400. Zeroed is stunned. He immediately double hit him right there with a Frost Shock and also a Fire Blast.
Oh my goodness,
with a critical strike. This is not looking good for Zeroed at all. He first aids, and then he immediately hits him again, and then Venruki is just,
that was a bloodbath. He took all the damage from the cat. He took all that pussy to the face. It wasn't even a problem for him, and then he's absolutely able to shred.
Look, I don't think Zeroed was ready for that at all. Look at him. Like, he was completely caught off guard by that. That was incredible.
Venruki is like a vegan Batman. If you give him time to prepare, he'll win any fight. And now he saw what Zeroed was going to try to do, and he said, oh, okay, you're going to be relying on these alliance shenanigans that I'm not used to. You're going to just decide to be a night elf and get all frisky and stealth. No, I'm not going to let you do it. That's the reason that you won the last duel. And Ven tears him apart like soft bread. Very well played from him.
I'm amazed, right? Because, as I said, I thought almost for sure we were going to see a completely different strategy. He was going to try to sheep Zeroed, kill the pet, reset, and just kind of play it out. But no, he actually went offensive again. He was that confident in his strategy that he went for the second time, and he actually came out ahead that time. That was absolutely incredible.
Now it all comes down to the next one. This next duel actually completely decides it. Dude, it's heating up already. We knew that the second round was going to be really good.
I am ready for this. Let's do it. Okay.
And think about the other things that now Venruki's
wait, they're already back in game. So immediately Venruki,
that was a trap.
No, I think out of the scatter?
That was either an ice block out of the scatter or it was a trap. But I think it looked like an ice block.
That is really, really good for Zeroed. That is really good for Zeroed. And then he's right in the dead zone. He hits him with a Cone of Cold.
I don't think it matters for Zeroed.
He's rooted, and then he just keeps getting his cast interrupted. He can't really do anything right there. And he immediately gets trapped. That is not good. Zeroed is going to try to get range from him and try to catch up with this damage. Let's see if it's going to happen.
He's just tanking this pet damage time and time again. It's a completely opposite strategy than what we expected from him. But that trap was beautiful. And that does mean that I think we had an ice block to start things off.
What is this? And then he sheeped the pet, and then he blinked forward, baiting Zeroed, and then he's immediately getting in range. He rank 1 Frostbolt
only
so he can catch up
mana,
with Zeroed. He is really low on mana. This is not good. I don't know if Venruki's going to have enough here. I really don't know. This seems pretty bad.
Is that okay? What? The fuck was that? Ven's opening up the VOD to see what we have to say. You're a sexy beast. You're just a sexy. What did you just do? What did you just do? Explain it to us, please.
Oh my god.
Dude, Ben literally just stream sniped us because he's
That
flexing.
damage.
He's just like, yeah, let's just hear what the casters have to say about it.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, from the caster to the casted.
Okay, dude, just no big deal.
Deleted him, dude.
Wow. Okay, that is absolutely something we did not expect at all. Holy shit.
Oh
Wow.
man, you talk about playing WoW to get all the girls.
Yeah.
If I was a girl right now, I'd be. There'd be fireworks on 4th of July.
Yeah, dude, let's say that. Okay.